Ooh, that's exciting, isn't it? Hello everybody, welcome to tonight's rock and roll stream. And you're saying, oh, well, it's not rock and roll. And I'm saying it is rock and roll. I'm just going to adjust myself. Yeah. Welcome everybody. How are you? What have you had for your dinner? Evening all. What have you all had for your dinners? This is a special show. It's the Super Sezza and Middling Alex. Well, that's rude. That's rude for a starters. You've made my co-host laugh though. Don't know what middling means. What does that mean? Like medium? Hello, Josh. I'm not a fart. Raw Sorts, thank you for the raid. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you very much for the raid. Yow! Well, I think we should... can we do pizza roulette? No. There's going to be no pizza purchasing tonight. I've had my fingers burnt. It's a technology experiment because I'm reaching out and I've got a co-host for the show. You heard her last week, but now you're going to see her. It's regular mod and star of the show. Let's hope it's not all altered in the time that I've set this up. It's Super Sezza. Hey, there she is. You're live on the screen.
Hi.
You can't wave because your hands aren't on.
Hi.
Yeah, but that looks like you've got hands coming out your shoulders now. And your cap's being cut off halfway.
See, now I've just come on the stream that I'm watching, so that's really off-putting.
Well, don't look at the stream.
Oh yeah, so now I'm putting up my hands. Okay, I won't watch that.
Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to line it all up so it doesn't look like you've been through some kind of mutation. At the moment, your neck's coming out your chin. Well, the other person's. Yeah, just do that. Yeah.
Got a disgusting grey blazer on.
It's not disgusting. That's high fashion. That's the first thing you said when I showed you that. You said I would never wear a grey blazer and a turquoise.
A turquoise top.
Well, these things are sent to testers. Yeah. Technology is wonderful. Welcome to the brand new Saturday sensation. So, what do you think to being part of the show?
I'm very happy and I feel very privileged to be asked to return to ruin this once mighty channel.
It used to be mighty. We all remember the glory days, don't we, when I used to actually have, success and when people just come on here and just take me for granted now, I think.
But you've been putting in more hours, haven't you? But they've been quite late hours, so I've been falling asleep.
Well, it's not, the world doesn't revolve around you.
I did this the end of the pizza stream, so I'd never actually saw Dan getting his pizza.
Well, I actually ended early, so nobody saw Dan get his pizza.
Oh.
So we're not ordering pizza. There'll be no ordering pizza tonight. So you've got a Britney Spears hat on there. That's a bit of a stupid choice.
I've also got a T-shirt on that you can't see.
What does it say?
It says "Free Britney" on it in big letters.
What is that, like free as in you don't have to pay?
No, as in free her from her conservatorship.
Yeah, but we don't want to talk about that. What we want to talk about... Oh, no. And you're older than me, aren't you?
Afraid so.
And I don't...
But...
Do you want to see my jazzy... You can't see it, but look at that. Yeah. Basically, grow up, Sezza. Grow up.
No. Never.
Nah, never going to grow up.
No. What's the point?
So, we have got topics. I think, but they've been selected by you. So,
yes.
I mean...
You did ask for input, so...
Yeah, let's not... Oh, there's a crying child. Let's not splurge them all at once, but do you want to go through some of the topics that you've picked and see how people take to them?
Really?
Go for it.
Should I do my favourite one first?
Yeah.
Okay. how many hairs do you have on your nipples, and are they symmetrical? As in, are they the same either side? Was my favourite thing that popped into my head on Friday.
Yeah.
Go, chat, go.
Go, chat, go. We want to know if you've got hairy nipples and how many hairs have you got?
And are they like the same either side?
Are they symmetrical? Rawsort says, nothing wrong with liking pop, you old fart. Alex family. Well, that's rude.
Yeah. And I found out Roll Sorts is older than me, so that's okay. I've got a few years left still.
But let's not start on pop music because we'll end up falling out. And also on the topics list, all the reasons the UK is better than silly America. Really want to hear some opinions from Americans on that.
Yeah.
And
did you watch Harry with James Corden?
I don't watch anything with James Corden because James Corden sickens me.
Yeah, he's a bit. Yeah. He's got a good ego for not much talent. I'll give him that.
Who's that?
James Corden.
I thought you meant Prince Harry.
No.
Slagging off the... Well, I was going to say Roy's an ex-royal.
Yeah, it was a bit... He ended up going to someone's house and he used the toilet in there. Prince Harry did, and I was like...
Really?
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
Wow.
It's like we wouldn't have seen that before, would we?
I don't want to see that.
No, it was like royal family to like Z-list.
Lurch says, on or around the nipples?
What's the bit around them called?
Areola.
That bit.
What, hair's in that?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's it. Reward says, is this Twitch version of Question Time? No, not really. You can ask us questions, but we might answer them.
You can check your nipples as well. That's fine. If you need to go and look in a mirror or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have even done this back in the day. This is. I thought you'd come up with safe questions, but this is disgusting. Pete says, we need a graphic on screen that's regularly updated with who's more ashamed to be part of this, and I think that's rude. Are you ashamed to be part of this?
Mildly. 25% at the moment we're running at.
Mildly.
Mildly.
Oh, Rollsorts has already answered. Rollsorts says, I have a hit.
Sorry.
Can you see that? You read it out.
Okay, let me try and find it. I have a hairy chest, but 0 hair on or around my nips.
Thank you for sharing, Rollsorts. The thought of nipple hairs makes me feel physically sick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But we'll carry on with the feature. Pete says, I don't have any nipple hair. I am a surprisingly hairless man. Are you? Yes, so you've got a beard.
Oh.
I'd have thought you'd be like, I don't know, a hairy man.
Yeah, I imagined a hairy back on Pete.
Why are you imagining Pete?
Just do sometimes.
And when you do, you imagine a hairy back.
Yeah, I imagine that he's got a hairy back.
Anything else you imagine about Pete?
No, not really.
Is he...
Just the curly hairs on his back.
Is he draped over a fountain?
He's in a Star Wars museum.
And what's he doing? No, don't do not like that.
Admiring the exhibits.
Yeah. Lurch says, I'm just one step down from a werewolf. So that's interesting, isn't it? If you can...
Then Lurch, and then I've got a question for Lurch.
Well, save it because I need to go and get the baby monitor. So the floor is yours.
Well, okay, so I have a question for Lurch. So if you are one step down from a werewolf, then I'm thinking you're pretty hairy. Then is the hair pattern the same on either side? Is it like symmetrical, or is it different on either side? Mark, we're not actually in the same location. I know it's shocking. So no barriers needed. No exchange of fluids. It is interesting. Right, I can't believe I've been left already. Shall I read out one of my other questions from my notes that I made? Are you ready? Who or what would you clone? Who or what would you clone? And I had this conversation with my friend from work, my work wife. She said she would clone herself because she said she could get her clone to do her fake tan on her back, which I thought was quite a good point. Yeah, I am keeping my shoulders very, very, very still.
Has it descended into filth?
No, I've asked them who they would clone.
What do you mean?
Who would you clone if you could clone someone?
Myself.
Why?
So that if one of us dies, the other one carries on.
Okay, so what would you do? Like, how would you live in this situation if neither of you did die early?
Send one of them to work while the other one stays at home.
So that doesn't sound very fair.
Why? No, rotate it.
What if the clone wanted to stay at home and was like, will you carry on going to work?
No, the clone's not in charge. I'm in charge.
So you're going to make your clone your slave?
No. My clone will be as helpful as I am.
Okay. What if the clone, though, had like a fresh brain in it and hadn't had any of your experiences and like went out into the world and became like chief financial officer of Amazon?
Good luck to him. You know, whatever. Not bothered. How far down the comments did you get?
I got up to Pete said that he would clone Natalie Dormer
From Game of Thrones. Wow. Oh, God.
And then I presume the next stage after the cloning would be having to lock her in a basement somewhere.
Well, you assume that, but that's
I do assume that, yeah.
That's not fair on Pete. Pete, you want to write?
Am I wrong? Pete?
Right to reply, Pete. This isn't no one. What's the other one? Not question time. What's right to reply? Right to reply.
I like the idea of the spare parts that Lurch said. So, like, if you wore out your kidney, you could just stick another one in, just harvest.
So Lurch also said I would clone myself with a broom up my arse. I don't know what that even means.
It's just really useful.
What, having a broom up your arse?
And clean as you walk along.
Ugh. Pete says, I don't have a basement, but the basic idea is sound. Oh, God.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Jesus. I don't know. You sometimes question the kind of people that turn up to watch you.
I don't question Pete. I know what he's like.
Well, yeah, in your dreams. Waltzing around the Star Wars gallery.
Making Chewbacca noises. Hairy back.
Pete, have you ever been to a Star Wars museum?
Hi, Dan.
I don't take too kindly to that kind of language, Dan. I am and always will be the star of the show. Pete's been to several.
Oh.
What do you make to that?
Was there one in the O2?
What is the O2?
Well, now it's like a concert venue and there's a weird shopping centre in there.
Great. But what is it?
It's the Millennium Dome.
Right.
Building.
It's the Millennium Dome, everybody. So...
It was.
It was the Millennium Dome. It's the big
Did
white...
anybody go to the Millennium Dome when it was that weird exhibition?
Did any of you drive the JCB for the raid, the Jules heist? That's the question. On everyone's lips. The planet Several. I don't know what that means, arseholes, but thank you for the contribution. Oh, I've been to several. The planet Several. Nice one. I think that's a nerd joke. Pete also says, yep, went to the one in the O2. Quite disappointing.
Oh dear.
So that adds to your dream about him.
Now he just looks disappointed in my dream as well.
But it's still naked.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what that noise was.
That was Chewbacca sounding sad.
Do it again.
See, as soon as somebody asks me to do something, I can't do it. Hang on a minute.
It's perfect. Mark Watson says O2 is oxygen. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got some oxygen when I saw the Spice Girls there. They were great.
Did you faint?
Yeah, I saw them like not this time round, the first time round when they had Victoria Beckham with them, and they all did like solo songs and stuff. And then her solo section was literally walking up and down a catwalk while fake people, paparazzi, took photos of her, and everyone went mental for it.
Why?
I mean, she is kind of iconic, isn't she? Like,
No.
perhaps that's what people want to see her do, just walking up and down. I mean, it was better than her singing, so
And you fainted?
I didn't faint, no.
Oh, okay.
I've only fainted once at a concert, and that was when I saw, that was also at the O2 actually, and when I saw Take That on their Beautiful World tour, and it was the first time I'd been to the O2, and I'd had a works party the night before, and I was like really hungover, and I walked out, and it's so like high up at the top, and I just went, ugh.
Instantly.
Wow. Yeah, I just looked over and was like, oh, I don't feel very well, and then just went.
Wow.
Uh,
What a great story.
I did wake up and enjoyed the rest of it.
Fizbin says I was in the dome the day after the jewellery raid. Well, that doesn't count, I'm afraid. Sorry. What's on the tape? So that's Pete. Says that's two of us looking disappointed in the dream at least.
Who's the other person?
Who's the other person being disappointed? Dan says I think that's her talent, pouting.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. That's what people wanted to see. Just her walking up and down.
Sounds shit to me.
She's a fine businesswoman. That she is. Her and Katie Price. Excellent.
Pete says I went to see Monty Python at the O2. Eric Idle did the exact same thing. She gets it.
No, I was laughing at Dan's question.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I've only seen one gig at the O2. Don't like it as a venue. Well, Sezza didn't like it. She fainted.
It's a bit soulless.
Is it?
It's a bit big. It's a bit big. It's big.
Yeah, I don't want to go to anything that's
not much character to it.
Wouldn't do anything for me. Who is your favourite member of Take That? That's to Alex. I would have to say, well, it's difficult really, because I mean, Gary supposedly wrote the songs. I think no?
Well, he did the first time round. Now I would say it's him and more Mark.
This is my idea of hell.
It's my idea of heaven.
When did Saturday nights become just talking about pop music?
They had a song called I Found Heaven as well.
Oh, God. My favourite is Gary, even though he's a personality vacuum.
Look at me girls, look at me dancing girls.
Hey, I'm in the museum. It's Saturday night.
I'm going to entertain you.
I'm here to entertain you. Pete says
my favourite is Jason Orange, not that anyone asked, because he's the only one that didn't get involved in that dodgy tax deal.
Good a reason as any. Good a reason as any.
Mm-hmm.
Pete says, I assumed Sezza would be looking disappointed to be in a Star Wars museum with me. Would you be?
I mean, I don't have a clue about Star Wars, so probably.
Just workshop it. Workshop it. Imagine that you were there.
Oh, if Hayden Christensen was there, I'd be quite happy.
No, it's Pete.
Does he turn up?
No, it's Pete and he's naked.
That wouldn't be disappointment. That would be shock, denial, disbelief, 999.
No,
Run away.
You've chosen this to happen because it's your dream. You can't run away from your own dream.
I never said it was a dream. I said I imagined.
Oh, it's your imagination then.
Lucid.
So in your imagination, you're in a Star Wars thing in the O2 with Pete. He's naked. You're both disappointed and seen.
I'm okay till the part where he's naked in public. Like, that's the line for me.
Alright, he's dressed as a Wookiee.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's quite cute, isn't it? They're cute, I think.
You're thinking of an Ewok.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Lesson 1. So workshop it. So just imagine you're doing it. Action.
Hey, Pete.
Hi,
how you doing?
I'm gonna be Pete. Hi, Super Sezza.
Okay. You don't have to call me Super Cesar. It's fine. You can call me Sarah.
Oh, sorry, Sarah. It's a...
That's okay. Is your real name Pete?
Well, to be honest, it kind of is.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Not Peter.
No.
Oh, well, I'll call you Peter anyway because it sounds nicer.
What do you reckon to this not Spice Girl, this Star Wars museum?
Oh, well, I'm hoping to learn because I don't really know anything about it apart from that Hayden Christensen's in some of them.
Yeah, to be honest, you don't mind the fact that I'm naked, do you?
Um, well, it is a bit off-putting, yes, and there are small children also in this exhibition, so I may have to call the police.
No, don't.
That's the line. That's the line every
Yeah.
time.
Well, you're the one
I
imagining...
can't get past it.
You could easily imagine it to be abandoned after dark.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe there might be a spare stormtrooper outfit. We could put him in that.
Alright. So then...
That's fine.
Oh, which exhibit do you want to go to next, Cesar?
I don't know. Perhaps they've got one about pop music. I did see one in the O2 about Michael Jackson.
No, well, no, we're definitely not going to that. And let me tell you, to be honest, I actually meant which part of the Star Wars museum you want to go to next.
Right, okay. Sorry, Peter, I didn't get that. Well, I don't actually have a favourite Star Wars film. Why don't we go to your favourite to start off with?
No, I insist. Let's go to your favourite.
Where's the Jar Jar Binks section?
You make me
So funny.
You make me sick. I'm leaving, and I'm taking this damn suit off.
Oh,
And
can you buy me an Nando's first? Come
no,
back.
absolutely not. Oh, he's taking the suit off.
Oh, 999 again.
Stop bringing the imaginary police in your imagination.
911.
So that was a good
That's the
workshop.
dam.
So we got to that from talking about hairy chests. Next up on the topics, you pick one because my phone's turned off.
Gosh. But now I'm looking at them. I don't like them anymore.
Well, you wrote them.
I did. Well, one of them was like, oh no, because that won't. I don't think that will work. I was going to say, could you put up like the Rorschach test things, and we could say what we saw in them, and the chat could say what they saw in them. But that would have involved some preparation. And I'm not sure we're quite there.
Nope,
So
not there yet.
You think about that one,
I'll think about it.
and I will say, what age did you stop having a bedtime? Did you stop having a bedtime? Do you still have a time in your head where you think it's bedtime?
That goes to the chatters. Me personally, I mean, you've seen these streams. It's quite evident that I don't have a bedtime, and if I did have a bedtime, it's around about 2 a.m. However, the first part of your question, do I remember when I stopped having a bedtime? It's probably some kind of early teens.
Really?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I bet. Did you have a TV in your bedroom when you were really young as well?
Not when I was well, maybe when I was really young, yeah. I definitely had loads of things in it when I was a teenager.
And did you watch things on it late at night?
What do you mean?
Do you think having a TV in your room was bad for you?
Well, this isn't some kind of psychoanalysis analysing.
Basically, did you stay up to try and watch Eurotrash?
No. And it all comes back to that, trying to make me seem like a perv.
Well, I used to stay up to try and watch Sex and the City on my TV.
Well, shame on you.
But I wasn't allowed a TV in my bedroom until I was 16. And my mum really didn't want me to have one in my bedroom at all. But my dad went out and just bought me one day. And they had a massive, massive row about it.
Bloody
Fun time.
Terrible. It's terrible.
But I got to keep the TV.
Well,
And I mean, she was probably right though, because it probably did affect all of my studies from that point onwards.
but you still got straight A's, am I right?
Um, Not far off.
Richard said, after 10 p.m, I reckon I should be in bed because my alarm goes off at 6 a.m. Jesus,
Is this a therapy session? Yes, it can be.
I don't want
That's-
therapy. Please, no therapy.
I'll have all the therapy. I'll take it.
You don't want to delve into this old mind. Lurch used to stay up to watch The Word. Well, that's showing your age, Lurch.
Oh, I know of that.
Pete says, who stays up to try and watch Sex and the City? That's a very good question. Answer yourself.
8 hours sleep. I definitely have 8 hours sleep every night.
You've got? I bet you got a sensible bedtime, haven't you?
Yeah, because I have to get up to go to work every day. So,
Yeah, fair play.
but if I don't have any structure, then I probably am awake till like 2, I'd say. But then I don't think that's very good for you.
Ha. You can't judge me then, because that's me. I've got no structure, you see.
Yeah. No, I get it.
And I have to be up at all hours entertaining the nation.
Exactly. And do you do shift work when you're normally at work?
Yes, exactly.
So that's quite.
Oh,
That's
God.
difficult to manage.
I've clicked off the window.
No.
Jesus. Yeah, usually it's all over the place. So, you know what? Dan's judging me. I say I judge you, Dan, for not being American. So, have that. What benefit? Do you feel more human because you go to bed early?
Yeah, definitely. I'm like, yeah, I've always had a lot of sleep, I would say. So,
What, like,
yeah.
how? So, what? Go to bed at 9?
I would say I'm normally asleep by 11, and my alarm goes off at 8:30 at the moment. So that's quite a long sleep, isn't it?
And you sleep straight through?
Yeah,
Bloody hell.
yeah. I might wake up like 15 minutes before my alarm.
No.
Yeah.
Not for me.
But I always think if you don't have that structure and everything, like if I just left it and I had 3 weeks off work or whatever, I think I would be up till later. So does that mean that naturally, if you're that sort of person, are you a night owl?
Yes.
Yeah. So really, just our modern structure, normal 9 to 5, is probably doesn't suit me.
It's a myth.
Yeah.
Very much like Eros.
Very much
who
like
was
Wookiees.
very much like Wookiees. Very much like Wookiees. Or
You need to Google what this Wookiee thing is.
No, you don't need to Google that. You don't want to add to your imagination. Mark Watson says, I stayed up and watched Prisoner Cell Block H on ITV. Showing my age now. Shift work, so no set time for me. That's great. Keep them coming in. Rawsort says, sleep is good for you. What, you saying that I don't look like I'm healthy because I don't sleep well? I look like I'm in the peak of physical health. Obviously. Back me up,
So
Sezza, back me up.
I'm Googling what a Wookiee is. So Chewbacca is a Wookiee. Have I got this right?
Yes.
Oh.
So when you're picturing Pete in a Wookiee...
With his hairy back. It's not far off, actually.
Chewbacca. And when you did that sad sound, that's a Wookiee.
So do they have girlfriends then, Wookiees?
I don't
Do
know,
they
is
have
it?
lady Wookiees?
It's an interesting question for the chat. Anybody know? Because I bloody don't.
I'm on the Wikipedia page for Wookiee. Oh.
Oh, God.
He has a best friend called Han Solo. Han Solo.
Yes,
Han
Wookiees
Solo.
have wives. Pete says Chewbacca has a wife, Marla. Lovely.
Oh,
How romantic.
that's nice.
In our next...
Do you see baby Wookiees in Star Wars?
and he adds, and 2 children called, I shit you not, Itchy and Lumpy.
No, he's made that up.
I never trust Pete.
I mean, I wouldn't know, so I think he's made that up.
That's the thing, we're coming from an area of lack of knowledge. So
Yeah,
we should just go along with it, shouldn't we?
should.
Also on the list of watch the Christmas special. No, I'm not going to do that. Han Solo, he's in the porno version of Star... Jesus Christ, come on. There's a topic on here, Sezza, which it's disturbed me when I read it. It says, why can't we kill all seagulls and pigeons?
Yes.
Why?
I
Go on then.
I am literally like, I'm not joking, like I have a proper phobia of pigeons, like town pigeons, the ones that just are around your feet all the time. Like I will cross over the road to get away from said pigeon. And also like seagulls, if I ever go to the beach or whatever and I eat something, I have to put a towel over my head to eat like my sandwich or whatever, because I'm so frightened that one is going to come and go "Arr!" and take my sandwich away from me. So why can't we just kill them all?
You sat there on the beach,
Mhm.
you've got a lovely sandwich,
Mhm.
and you're having to put a towel over your head every single time.
I've seen it happen. I've seen the seagulls taking like ice creams,
I don't.
peanut butter sandwiches, Bakewell tarts, anything. They'll have it.
I'd understand that if, as in the process of nicking your sandwich, they also pecked out your eyes.
But don't you think even just the thought of them like being anywhere near you, like, ugh,
What, a vomit?
yeah. And like if I see a pigeon and I'm walking towards it, I'll cross the road to get away from the pigeon, like to avoid it.
I think you're bonkers.
I don't like any. Well, you see, I'm all right with like garden birds. I quite like them. They're quite nice. Robins, blue tits, fine.
But they're the same. They're just like they're the cousin. They're the cousins of the seagulls.
But they will move. If I go outside and I bang the door, they will go, won't they? Whereas pigeons and seagulls, they think they're the king, so they won't go. They'll just stare at you till you give them the food and run away.
I think you're building these guys up to be baddies, and I, for one, think that's terrible.
Oh, the pigeon isn't lonely and it doesn't want to be my friend. I know that.
You don't know that. Can you speak pigeon?
No, but
Speak pigeon. Speak pigeon. See what he says. See, and was that not a lovely sound?
lovely. Oh my God, there's one at the window.
Exactly, and it wants your sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
Reporter says
Wants my
seagulls have stolen dogs. Imagine it.
hand. Oh, and I really like dogs. See, there's another reason why we should just kill them all.
So in your world, how? So I am Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
We will. Super says, I give you permission. That's Churchill, isn't it? I give you permission. Tomorrow, I give you permission to go out and kill all the seagulls and the pigeons. How are you going to do it?
Well, I will introduce contraceptives to all of the birds, well, seagulls and pigeons, and eventually they will die out. Therefore, we won't have to shoot any of them or wring their necks or anything. We can just artificially engineer nature.
It's a great idea. It's a great idea. How are you going to apply all of these little tiny condoms to the seagulls and the pigeons' penises?
Uh, I was thinking about probably going for the female birds more and introducing some drugs
Right.
into the systems to stop them becoming fertile.
And how are you going to apply these drugs to all of the birds?
I'm going to put it in their food. There might be a few casualties along the way, but it will still be progress.
So you're going to go up and down the country with
Feeding birds.
contraceptive pills.
Yes.
Super says, I think that this says more about you than it does the seagulls and the pigeons.
No.
Wibble.
Well, it does actually, because they're not asking for it, are they? So it does say something about me.
You'd be
Yeah, I agree
happy
with that.
to see this. I mean, I personally thought you were going to just go around with a massive gun.
No, I don't kill things.
Yeah. So I'll
Just
let you off
stop
for that
them
one.
making war.
But somehow seems even more sinister
Do
to
you
be
think?
to be.
Oh I think they've done that before, like to control like bird populations and things.
What, you could do that? You
Yeah, I
could
think some.
wipe out an
Oh,
entire
oh,
species.
yeah, I think they have actually done that.
Well, we'll stick on killing animals, and I'll let you go for a little bit longer. Oh. The baby is crying because you're going to massacre all the lovely pigeons.
She'll never see a seagull.
She'll never see. I mean, I'm not sure it'll work that quick. But yeah, when we go to the sea, she's never going to hear. Yeah,
She's never
yeah.
gonna. Yeah, but she'll never be terrified.
But she wants to be terrified. She knows that it's part of life.
Okay, right, there's a pigeon oral contraceptive called Ornitrol and Overcontrol P.
You're actually Googling it.
Yeah, effective but an underutilized management tool, Overcontrol, which contains the compound nicarbazine, is an oral contraceptive for birds.
Pete says, I'm with Alex. If Sezza took a gun to pigeons, she could probably kill a few thousand. But she's not content with that. Her plan is nothing short of pigeon genocide. Slow, cold and calculated genocide. Why did
Yeah,
you just
look,
giggle? You just giggled and said yes.
it says on this website, so this is wrong, all that is wrong with the world. Some wildlife agencies rejected the product, the bird contraceptive, largely to appease hunters who prefer to shoot the animals.
Well, yeah, you're also robbing the country. The Countryside Alliance are going to be down your throat because they're not going to have anyone to shoot anymore. Clay pigeon shooting will be going through the roof.
Apparently, you have to. It's not like a one dosing. You have to keep going around every 3 weeks and refeeding the pigeons with the drug laced food.
And you're going to do that, are you?
Well, I mean, I might need a team. Would Boris give me some money? I mean, he
No,
gave
we
like
don't.
£1 billion to
Well,
track and trace,
no,
didn't
no,
he?
well, yeah.
Do you like track and trace for pigeons?
No, we don't have any money left, and we've also borrowed about £30 billion.
Maybe the pigeons are spreading COVID, Boris, and I should kill the pigeons and the seagulls to get rid of it.
Yeah,
They're bringing it over.
what about the seagulls though? What about the seagulls?
They're bringing it over as well. I've decided that all these South African seagulls.
Okay, you seem quite. That's quite a good impression of Boris Johnson, isn't it? I'm impressed with that. Pete says, I don't think I want to go to the Naked Star Wars Museum with her now. It took that for the dream to be over.
Who likes pigeons and seagulls? Honestly, like, if we woke up tomorrow and they're all lying dead in the streets, who would like actually care?
You should apply for a job at Talk Radio.
Should I? Would that rile them up?
Just do like a shock. You know, this is like, I think pigeons you should stamp on their stupid little faces.
Let's do immigration next.
Yeah, let's do that. Get Boris back. Dan says, look at the pleasure she's taking from wiping these pigeons out. Pete says, good point. It's quite hot, isn't it? I'm back in. Oh, I don't know what it is. I don't know what in means.
Would you actually? Well, I mean, I would care because I would worry, like, why are all the pigeons dead? But if then they were like, oh, it's fine, it's just a pigeon killing disease. Like, don't worry about it for us.
Who's
or
saying
any
this?
other birds. Then I would be like, that's fine. Let's just scoop them all up, put them in the bin.
Who's the person saying this? Is this someone in a hazmat suit?
I would worry then. Who's cleaning them up? We all do our bit. See, we've all got to do our bit. It's like big society.
Clean up for the Queen. We'll do that
Big
again.
society that they wanted us to do.
I bet you're a royalist, aren't you?
If there was a vote to get rid of them or keep them, I would vote to keep them. Based on economics, I think.
Pete makes a very good point. Yeah, you're going to clean up the pigeons, clean up for the Queen, but then your bin's going to be full of dead bloody pigeons.
Oh, well, I mean, the bin men come once a week. That's fine. I can take them away.
What? Just put loads
We could have like big piles, like we could have like a big bonfire party where we took all the pigeons down, like in our wheelbarrows. We scooped them all up and we took them all down to like the village green, put them all on a big pile and burnt them, and then we could all get dressed up as pigeons and like run round the pigeon pyre, like chanting and stuff. Yes.
Sezza's got to go now. Her internet connection's dropped out. Thank you very much for that. We're never going to do this again. We've had a great time. So yeah, bye.
Lovely.
This, you're right, Alex. This woman is clearly mad. Yeah. Is this is this a pigeon version of the Wickham?
Pigeons. Bloody pigeons.
The pigeon man.
Julie Hartley Brewer.
This is why do we dress up as pigeons when we're burning them?
That must be something fun to do. Have you dressed up as a bird before?
No, I don't think that's a question for the show because.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna. Brit Eklund with pigeons. Yeah, pretty much. Would you make the pigeon outfits out of the corpses of the pigeons?
I'll probably, you know what, I don't like feathers either, so no, I probably would not.
No.
It would have to be fake. I have dressed up as an owl before from Harry Potter, so maybe I could just go as the owl and pretend that I'm a pigeon.
I think you'd be kicked out, especially as you're the one leading the ceremony. It doesn't look good for the person who's in charge to go, "Hi guys."
I'll kill a pigeon, I'll smear its blood under my eyes, I'll pluck out all its feathers, I'll roll round in the feathers, and I'll go as a pigeon.
I feel that almost kind of like as if I'm like, you know, when you take advantage of someone who's quite clearly batshit crazy, and I feel like I'm on the X Factor, and I'm sat at the judge's table. Oh dear.
Oh no. I haven't signed any like contracts either. Maybe I should
No.
ask for a contract.
Are you sure that
What's the aftercare that comes with this show?
Graham's going to give you a ring?
Who?
Graham from what do you call it? Graham from what do you call it? He's the aftercare guy from Jeremy Kyle.
I don't watch Jeremy Kyle.
Oh Jesus. Some people would pay hundreds to listen to this content. I don't know who those people are. Are they in institutions? Because
Probably.
Sezza, you were the normal mod, and now it's kind of I've got my camera's gone. My green screen's got a little thing. That's annoying. Sorry, people. Super Carl Pilkington Sezza, that's you.
Thanks.
I want to examine some more of your mind. Oh, the Britney hat's gone.
Sorry, head's getting hot.
Yeah, you don't want a hot head.
Just to prove it's not a wig as well. I haven't shaved my head.
Are there any other animal groups that you want to kill in a mass killing?
It's mainly birds that I really don't like. So just any manky, mangy, disgusting birds. Although I don't like people that have budgerigars as well. I don't understand that.
She's coming for you. So I mean, they're already locked up, but put them in somewhere she can't find them because that's next on the list.
And I do really like animals.
It sounds like it. You not only want to kill animals, just like.
Hey, listen, I sponsor 2 orcas. They're swimming off the coast of Canada, quite happy because of me.
And what would you say if someone came to you and said, "We're going to feed these orcas"?
Lovely fresh fish. I'd say thank you very much.
Oh, contraceptive tablets, and we're going to kill them off.
Wow. Now don't get me started on this.
Because when I was eating a sandwich once, an orca jumped out of the sea and stole it from me, so I'm going to kill them all.
Has anybody watched Blackfish?
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
Well, I had a goldfish, and then there was like
Have you watched the documentary Blackfish?
Yes.
On Netflix?
Tweety Pie's crapping himself. It was Tweety Pie a girl or a boy? I can't remember.
But right, my point is.
Sorry, carry on with your insane theories.
Cleverer than seagulls or pigeons, so they should not be in captivity. So if a orca or a killer whale kills you whilst it's in captivity, that is absolutely fine.
You just said that you love animals, but 5 minutes ago you said you would dress up in the corpses of pigeons while parading round a giant pigeon bonfire.
I was pushed into that.
You weren't pushed into that at all. I just let you talk.
That was peer pressure.
There's no peer pressure. I think that your claim to be an animal lover is evidently flawed.
All animals, apart from birds that will not get out of my way or will try and steal my food.
What if orcas started getting a bit snappy? What if you're, like I just said, you by the sea, and an orca just jumped out and ate your sandwich out your hands?
It's never going to happen. It's you're dealing with fantasy. There's no point talking about it. The only time a whale has killed a person is when they're in captivity. They've never killed a person in the wild.
Bullshit.
It's not. Google it.
You Google it.
No, you Google it. You're the one doubting. I know I'm right.
You're telling me that no kind of
No.
northern Alaska tribesmen have been killed? Bullshit.
Absolute promise.
I don't usually Google things, but I'm actually going to Google this.
Sharks will, but whales will not bother with you. They won't.
They're called killer whales.
Yeah, but that's they're not really killer whales. Like, not killer person whales.
In the wild, there have been no fatal attacks on humans. Yeah, just because Norris McWhirter's not out there with a paper and pen. Just because
no, that's a fact.
What
it's on Google, it's a fact.
So for as long as orcas and humans have been on this earth, it would have been highly documented how many huntsmen have been dragged out of the little boats. You're nodding your head, but it's bullshit.
Well, we always hunted them, didn't we, for oil and meat and stuff.
Oil?
Whale oil.
Well, you get a big oil rig and plant it on the back of a whale.
Yeah, they milked the whales.
For
oil.
What? I think you need to have a little lie down. Thank you, Sezza. Sezza's been a great...
I'm sure that's true. Didn't they get oil from whales?
They used to milk whales for oil.
Maybe not milk them, but extract oil.
Old cars used to run on whale petrol, but that's St Loub, and I don't trust anything St Loub says. Chat, I'm actually looking for some help here. Whales have oil nipples.
But are they hairy?
This just gets better and better. Please don't let it go.
Thank you, Russell.
I don't know.
Isn't there a computer game or something where
you milk an orca
and they use oil from the whales and they do burners light things? Am I making this up? Is this another tweet?
Whales.
He's going to appear naked on a whale at some point.
Pete's going to ride into your dreams tonight. On Shamu.
Oh, Shamu.
Get well soon, Sezza.
Tillicum. Oh, Tillicum.
Oh, Jesus. Oil from their blubber. Yeah, but the statement that people used to milk whales for oil is scary.
I'm not making that up, though, am I? They do get oil from whales.
Yeah, but...
Okay, that's fine. I thought I was going madder.
You could say, oh, did you know that bread's made when unicorns do a shit on top of Mount Everest? I say, no, bread's made when you need ingredients. No, I kind of said that. That's kind of what I said.
What?
I don't know. I'm losing the plot. I thought I was insane. Petrol in Wales is £1.20 a litre, apparently.
That's a bargain. £1.20. That's a bargain.
I'm sure you have to kill the whale first. Well, yeah, that's the great tragedy. Hey, Sezza.
Get a big harpoon.
Sezza.
Yep.
Dead whales.
I'll tell you what made me really sad once when I think this whale washed up somewhere and it was dying and everyone was taking selfies with it and everything. Oh, I wish I'd been there. I would have harpooned a lot of them.
Okay, let's jog that back. So you can see this taking place.
Yeah, I think this is real.
Right.
This happened.
And there's how many people? How many people?
Well, it was on this beach. I think there was maybe 30 people around this whale, and it was bleeding and everything, and they were all with their camera phones, look at me with this dead whale.
So there's 30 people on this beach, and you are loitering near a cafe nearby.
Yeah.
You spot in an abandoned boat shed nearby. You see a rusty old harpoon.
Yep.
And you are saying, merely for the crime of taking selfies with something that's quite rare to see, which is a whale dying, you would run into that crowd and murder them all with the harpoon.
Yeah, for disrespecting the majestic whale. I mean, if you're able to do that, then you're going to commit another crime, aren't you? Or you're not going to be a valuable member of society. So
I dare say that murdering 30 innocent people with a harpoon you'd end up in jail for that.
but they're not innocent, are they? If you feel
Morally,
like that's a good thing to do,
morally, they may be guilty. Criminally, legally, I think you'd
can
be.
we just send them to Newcastle?
We'll send them to Newcastle. There we go.
Okay, great, lovely.
Sezza's not well, everyone. Sezza needs to take some Calpol and get them to stand in a line and fire the harpoon through them all.
I'm not a teacher.
No, thank God she's not a teacher.
My mum and dad were both teachers. Fact.
She's just saying what we're all thinking. Well, that says a lot about my audience. There was a dead whale that washed up on a beach, so to get rid of it, they decided to blow it up to make it easier to dispose of. They used too much explosives, showering pieces of whale everywhere. No. There you go. Even if we give Sezza the B of the D here, she's advocating the death penalty.
No, just send them to Newcastle.
Why are you sending them to Newcastle?
Just somewhere north. Newcastle's north, isn't it?
Oh, God. Here comes the class divide. Just to give you...
Send them to the tenements.
Oh, gee. Just to give you an idea, last week we established that Sezza has a boot scraper outside her front door.
Used it today.
So it's class war. It's class war. She's advocating murder, not the death penalty. Do you want to respond to that?
Murder, not. I mean, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't. If there was a vote on the death penalty, I would not vote for the death penalty.
And yet you'd harpoon 30 people.
I'd harpoon them all together and then drag them up to Newcastle and then put them off the harpoon. Welcome to your new life. Get on with it.
I'm just reading the comments. I think you're losing a lot of fans.
I'm losing the people.
You had the people with the pigeon genocide. You lost them with the harpooning.
But if people want to go around and kill pigeons for me, that's fine. You can have a pigeon killing medal.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't need to talk. I just need to. I'll toss you a little. I'll toss you what would you call it? A topic, and just let you go.
Oh no.
What do you think about poor people?
I don't know. I think. Well. Historically,
Stop.
Like, no. This isn't my view. But like, don't you think there'd always be like people that think there's like, should I say this or should I not?
Okay, we'll move on.
Good.
Is Jonathan Abbott coming up?
Really like everybody.
Yeah, Sezza loves everyone. She shouts that from her ivory castle every morning. She will from this day forward be a person who wants to murder poor innocent birds to me now. You think you know people.
Just pigeons and seagulls.
And humans.
Well, no, I'm just relocating them.
I thought you were going to harpoon them.
Yeah, but I'm not going to kill them. I'll just so they're all attached through the harpoon. Maybe I'll just do it through like the thigh. Attach them all. Then drag them by the harpoon up to the north.
Oh dear.
And then if a whale washes up north, fine. I won't see it, will I?
What you can't see, you can't hurt you.
At me. Exactly.
Wow. Lurch says, I was with you on the seagull genocide, but to send people to Newcastle as a punishment, that's too far, man.
I've never
Slow.
actually been to Newcastle either, so I don't know why I chose Newcastle. I'm very sorry.
How are they getting to Newcastle?
I've told I'll harpoon them through the thigh,
Yeah.
and then there'll be like a chain of them, and then I'll get in my Hyundai, and I'll just drag them up there, up the motorway.
By the thigh.
Yeah,
Won't they? They'll die, won't they?
no, I think they'll be fine.
How
I'll keep it under like 50 miles per hour. I think they'd be all right, wouldn't they?
on a motorway you'd be arrested?
We'll go in the slow lane.
There is no
I'll
slow
take
lane.
the scenic route. We'll go a scenic route.
Oh, so what? So kind of. So where were they initially taking the selfies?
They were in Norfolk.
So you're taking them from Norfolk to Newcastle, the
I'll go
scenic
up
route.
the coast. Yeah, I'll go up the coast. Like I'll stick to the A roads
Is
and
it,
B
what
roads.
as some kind of separate punishment because then they can see the sea all the way up there?
Yeah, a nice tour
And
as it gets worse and worse as we progress further up north.
wow,
I'm joking, by the way. I am joking.
I don't think you are. I think that's the scary thing.
I wouldn't want to live up north personally, but it's fine.
She keeps going. She keeps going. Stay overnight in a hotel. Well, where would the kebab stay?
Oh, Gemma.
True colours shining through.
I had a boyfriend from Burnley. It put me off. Put me off the north.
You can't blame the entire north just for one person.
I do now.
What remains of them? Yeah, you just have. By the time it gets to Newcastle, it'll just be a load of legs just attached to a harpoon.
Oh well.
Does it get better in Scotland?
Yeah. Scotland's nice, isn't it?
I've only been once. Hilton, Newcastle,
I think Scotland's nice.
£61 a night. My son's working there next week. Well, we can get. There you go. We'll get a discount. We don't need to book a room.
Pounds.
Yeah, but you only need a room for you.
That's a bargain.
Yeah,
Why is he working there at the moment? Who's in there?
probably a janitor. Or as the English call it, a handyman.
Handyman.
Um,
I want to know why people are working in hotels.
well, we're not going to do a little bloody, what do you call it, an expose. Sezza's Snoop. What's Sezza's Snoop this week?
They got all the pigeons in there, haven't they? They're keeping them all safe in the Hiltons.
Yeah, I know, Dan. We've unearthed what kind of Julie Hartley Sezza.
That's true. Yeah, okay, all sorts. Yeah, that makes me feel bad.
This should make you feel bad. You can get past
But
the whales on the A1.
the North is not a race, is it? You can't say that the North is a race of people.
What do you dislike about Northerners?
Nothing. I just think it's a darker place. That's all I remember of it. Like all the buildings were all like grey, dark, just dark.
Did you go there at night?
And the day,
Oh,
both. Yeah,
hmm.
yeah.
This is like Hopkins. It's a bit like Hopkins. I mean, I'm personally starting. I'm having ideas fizzing through my head that I could be your agent, and we've got the Hopkins of Hampshire.
No, I couldn't take it. Like, no, please, nobody, no.
Russell says the north is quite a big area. Are you sure you've seen all of it?
Yeah, probably not. I lived in Lancaster for 4 years. No, 5 years.
Oh, so it can't be that bad.
Wow.
Many pigeons there.
Yeah, there was, and one of my friends didn't realise how seriously, like, actually deathly afraid I am of them. And she thought it'd be funny to run one towards me, like chase it towards me in the street. And I literally lay on the floor and cried. And then she was like, "Oh, I didn't realise you were actually like frightened of them." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm really, really frightened of them. I now hate you. Goodbye."
You heard it here first.
Dark, but like as in dark, like they're all dirty, like sooty,
And sweep.
like big bricks and stuff.
Big bricks.
Big black bricks.
What are you? I've never seen a building like what you're describing.
Well, the one I lived in Lancaster was like that. It was like, Yeah. Big bricks. Dirty bricks.
Dirty pricks, she's calling you. Do you think the moon landings were real?
Um, well, I don't know. Again, I'm not sure. I feel like Hitchcock maybe could have directed it, and I feel like it was like a bit of a war, wasn't it? So
Hitchcock could have, yeah. It would have been an interesting.
could have done it, and I feel like the Americans wanted to get one over the Russians, didn't they? So they could have faked it to be like, yeah, we did it. Because there's lots of weird things, isn't there? Like, why is there no footprints? And who took the photo? And yeah.
Why would Hitchcock have directed it, though?
Money.
No, but
They just paid.
Hitchcock in particular.
Am I getting the right person? Who's the one that did all the Space Odyssey and stuff like that? Is that Hitchcock?
No, that was Stanley Kubrick.
Kubrick.
Yeah. Hitchcock, like St. Loud points out, if Hitchcock did it, he would have introduced it by walking onto the screen at the start of the broadcast and going, yeah. Our next broadcast
Kubrick.
is from the moon.
Did Hitchcock do the birds? Did he do the birds film?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I don't like him.
The moon landing was actually filmed at Whitley Bay, just north of Newcastle. So there you go.
Oh.
And in the background, you can see a dead whale. And Sezza with a harpoon. So you think that the moon landings were fake?
I think they could be. Prove that they're not.
Do you want me to prove they weren't?
Well, can you though? I don't think you can.
I can't prove it, but do you want me to give you a very persuasive argument?
Yes.
That rocket, with that much fuel, maths-wise, could reach the moon. And you saw it get fired into the sky.
I've never seen that.
Well, the footage of it then.
Prove it, yeah.
And the witnesses that were there.
That could be fake. All of that could be fake.
No, because people saw it, right? But anyway, why would...
Did they though? Did they?
If they built a rocket that could fly to the moon, why would you not just fly to the moon?
Because you're assuming that it was all real. It might have been a really small little rocket, and then they had like a bit of green screen behind it, and they made it look real, and then they paid everybody that you say was there to be like, yes, I was there, I saw it.
Also, my second convincing argument is with a secret that large, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people do you think would have had to have been in on it to make it believable? Lots, yeah?
What do you mean?
Well,
like
all of the mission controllers, all of the science, all the engineers that built the rocket, all of the people, all of those people would have had to have been in on the secret that it was fake.
But that's not that difficult, is it? Like,
no, but so there would have been a lot of people in on the secret, right?
yeah.
And do you think a secret that is shared by that many people, there wouldn't be even a shred of evidence that it was a hoax that would have leaked by now? Other than the shadows look weird.
But then maybe if you were like scared for your life.
What, thousands of people?
Or it could be that actually they have said something and everybody's just like, yeah, laughed it off.
So it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Multiple layered conspiracies.
Yeah. You know when people are like, if you're going to tell a lie, just tell like a massive lie or something.
I think the person who said that was it Hitler?
Was it?
It was one of those guys.
No,
But it's good quote.
It wasn't.
So yeah. So not only are you quoting high-ranking Nazis, you're also your attitude toward pigeons is quite related. It's quite reminiscent of something as well.
Oh no, when you put it like that.
Okay, thank you, Sezza. No.
Save the pigeons.
Off she goes. There she goes.
Save the pigeons.
Please don't ask her about the vaccine.
I'm all for that. I can't wait.
And on the day after everything's released, are you going to go and have a party?
I will be off to the clubs when we're allowed.
Sezza's great. Sezza's fantastic. You winning. I know you can see the chat. You're looking at the chat. You're going, oh, look. Yeah, they all.
Don't know what to say. Can we move on?
They all like me.
Did 9/11 happen? Yes, it definitely did happen.
There we go. There we go.
Sezza, you are banned from ever imagining my back again. But you can't, can you? I can think about it now. Oh, I thought about it.
Go on, think about it again.
I thought about it again.
What was he doing?
I was just looking at his back.
Where was he?
At the Star Wars exhibition.
Tremendous. Let's get back to the topics.
We have to.
I think we've done a lot of them. Oh, annoy Alex with more excellent pop music. Britney deep cuts. That's not happening. Dick and Judy's. Oh yeah, because we were going to be the Richard and Judy of Twitch. Who has been? Oh no, sorry. Yeah, the Dick and Judy's of the week. Who's been good/bad? I don't really follow current affairs.
No,
you can fill that one in.
Well, bad of the week is always Jamie Spears, Britney's dad. Bad. Piers Morgan, always bad, always a dick of the week. Good people of the week. Who's been good? Jo Wiley was good this week.
Why is that?
Because she lives near me. I often see her in our. Oh, I shouldn't say this because it makes me sound like a dick.
Waitrose.
I often see her in Waitrose.
Jesus Christ.
Or at the train station. I'm like, hey Jo. But she's got a disabled sister who lives in a home near us, but she was really poorly with COVID. So she was campaigning for people with learning disabilities to get the vaccine sooner. And I believe they have sorted that out this week. So that's good. She's a Judy of the week.
She's a Judy.
She is a Judy. I'm trying to think of another Judy of the week. Who else was good? Who won the rugby today? Wales. Welsh rugby players, Judies of the week.
Why?
Because they won. Good.
Yeah, but you're English. Jeez.
Not really bothered about sport.
Well, but they get elected.
Well, they're Judies because they won. So well done, you're a Judy. I only care about sport when it's England football team.
I'm backing away from. I'm waiting for her to see that, Pete, and I'm backing away.
In fact, she's highly critical of these. No, Pete, no. I had this T-shirt way before the documentary. If you go back through my Twitter, like 5 years ago, you will see Free Britney hashtags. I was before the documentary. It's wrong. Why would you want Wales to win? This gets worse. Why not? I would like England to win the Euros. That would be good. I do have an England football shirt and a Scotland football shirt.
Ross says,
Are you listening to the podcast? Yes, I love that podcast. Very good. I listened to 3 Britney Spears podcasts. All very good. Yes. Anything good about Britney Spears, I will believe. I don't need any evidence. She went to the moon.
I personally think that Britney is lying.
She doesn't get to talk, so she's not allowed. She can't lie. She can't tell the truth because she's just silenced.
Yeah, Pete, I'm saying I don't know anything about what's going on. What do you mean she can't talk? Surely she can talk.
She can't. She can't do anything without them controlling it. They control what she does. They control her phone, her medication, everything.
Who says?
The conservatorship says. You can read the legal documents.
The Conservative government.
No, the conservatorship that she's under in California by law stipulates everything.
And why do you care so much?
Because I think she was like such a part of like my growing up, kind of adolescence, that sort of thing. And I just think she's a really, really nice person. And I think that, say it was someone else, say this had happened to Justin Timberlake, say, or something, and he'd had a minor breakdown at some point and got into drugs or whatever, and had to stay and had to go into rehab. There's no way that he would have been put under this sort of thing and was still under it like 14 years later. No way.
Should I read the standing orders?
Yeah, you should. I mean, in the thing, they say that she's got dementia. What? Like, it's just ridiculous. They control what medication she takes. Like, it's nutty.
United by Fate. Just a little question. Up until this minute in time, did you believe Super Sezza, popular mod in the channel, to be absolutely batshit crazy? And if the answer to that is no, then I'd say just don't watch this. Don't watch this. This is very much like kind of like a mid-noughties celeb expose documentary.
Thank you, Rule Sorts. Thank you.
Roll sorts, if you don't need to do a apostrophe S on paparazzi, because paparazzi is actually the plural. A single paparazzi would be a paparazzo. The same applies for paninis. If you're having two paninis, you don't say paninis, it's two panini. And a single panino. Thank you.
Like, imagine you're the one earning all this money. You're stuck in this thing, you want to get out of it, but even to get out of it, you've got to pay for lawyers and counsel and everything to fight that you should still be in it. Like, it just makes no sense. Give the woman a chance.
That's what John Lennon said. And I, for one, stand by it. Roll sorts, you should be saying apologise for my poor Italian. It's not English, it's Italian.
Oh, did you hear about Lady Gaga as well this week?
I didn't. What about a dog?
Here's another Judy. Yeah, a Judy of the week is her dog walker who got shot 4 times. Shocking stuff.
RuPaul wasn't on tonight, was it?
No, I did Google that earlier or tweeted it to try and find out why, but
taking a week break.
I don't know. It's just not on. The UK one was on, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was quite good.
I thought it was a bit boring this week.
I wasn't. We were our household. I weren't a fan of Sister, so it was good to see her collapse.
Oh, okay. Was she in the flowery thing this week?
Yeah, she's just
that was
very strange.
But yeah, who do you want to win?
UK Bimini.
Yes, me too.
USA Gottmik.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What about you?
I'm trying to think who's on the American one. I like the one that won.
Rosé.
No. The week before that, who was the mime artist?
Oh.
Can't think what her name is.
Oh. I can't remember many of the American ones this year.
I prefer the English one.
Yeah, the English one's way better.
I feel like I've seen so many American ones as well that they kind of blur into one a bit.
So yeah, a lot of people have just turned off because they don't like that kind of thing.
I won't show a new episode this week.
It's just it's trash TV and I love it. It's the same reason I watch Dinner Date. I just like trashy formatted TV where everything looks scripted and everything's very predictable, but I just like it. It's a modern day EastEnders, even though EastEnders is still on.
I've never watched Eastenders.
You don't want to. It's just about it's about Southerners actually and how miserable they are.
Yeah.
Bag of Chips is on select. I didn't like Bag of Chips.
Bag of Chips on The Circle, isn't she? Yes, sorry. Yes, I'm just reading it. I've never watched The Circle before. Is it any good?
No.
I feel like I will try and watch it this time.
No, it's got Michael McIntyre on it.
Oh, Michael McIntyre.
Has it started? I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Payment Day episodes of Four in a Bed, which is the last episode. I love stuff like that. I've often thought, and I don't think I could pull off watching TV on stream because I like the attention to be on me. But I would love to watch
Gordon Ramsay. I feel like you could do.
Yeah, UK, not USA because it's all too much over there, but the UK Hell's Kitchen or no, not Hell's Kitchen. The one Kitchen Nightmares.
Kitchen Nightmares.
I could watch that till the cows come home.
It's so much slower, the UK one as well, and he's not as shouty.
Exactly.
So I feel like that would be good, and I feel like because you seem like you know a bit about it, like you and Rob, like
yeah,
that
like
would be good.
Connoisseurs. There's irons in the fire. I've got a few irons in the fire with this Twitch thing, so don't you worry about it. I just want to watch people going, could you explain the £3 underpayment? Yeah. I've not really watched much of Four in the Bed. It seems like something I'd enjoy. I have watched it.
What is that? Is that the
hotel one?
Bed and breakfast type
yeah,
thing?
Yeah. I mean, Dinner Date is my bread and butter. I could watch Dinner Date until the cows come home.
What time is Dinner Date on?
Any time you want. You got episodes on YouTube. It's on Sky anytime. ITVB is the channel you want.
Okay.
USA one has ambulance shots before ad breaks, then after someone cuts their finger and has a plaster. Exactly. Let's do it then. Yeah, we could do it. It's daytime. Dinner Date's not daytime. Dinner Date is usually on ITVB. It's usually about 8 p.m.
So do you watch like the Mummy Diaries and all that sort of stuff? I thought that was ITVB.
Yeah, there's a lot of American shit on there. ITVB's not great, but it is the only channel that does Dinner Date. Okay. ITVB also does Dress to Impress, and I like that as well. How can you be a pop fan and not watch these kinds of programs?
I don't know, because I don't really like. People always like, oh, why haven't you seen this? Like, I've never seen like Dirty Dancing. Like that just doesn't. I don't know why I picked that, but
that's not. What are you on about? I'm talking about TV.
Yeah, but like I don't like stuff like that. Like it's just no, I can't cope.
What has pop got to do with this thing?
It's too much of a commitment. Like, how can you commit to watching something every single night? It's just too much. Oh
no, I don't watch it every. I'm just saying it's my comfort TV. It's my go-to TV.
I would get out my X-Files box set for my comfort TV.
Pete's back in. There we go.
Pete, I've got like a DVD. Like, whoa, like all of them on DVD. Of it.
It'd be happier if it was a VHS.
No, I had Buffy on VHS, but I got rid of them. Don't have a VHS player anymore.
Should have given him to Pete.
Should have. I didn't know him back then.
No.
Now I've kept my Boyzone VHSs. Can't quite let go of them. I've got Pokemon the movie on VHS if he wants that.
Classic film. Is that the one where, spoiler alert, is that the one where Mew dies?
Yes.
Oh, what a film.
I went to see that at cinema, so sad.
And the way to bring him back, spoiler alert. They all cry.
What's your favourite Pokemon?
I mean, I could be bland and say Charizard.
Okay.
I'm quite fond of. Let me stew on that. Pete's come back in and said hello.
Is it Mewtwo that dies? Mewtwo? Ash doesn't die.
Spoiler alerts.
Ash doesn't die.
United by Fate confirms a long-held suspicion of mine and says I like muck. We all knew it. Still want to say it.
I like Jigglypuff.
Oh, that's right. Ash dies and then they all cry. Yeah, sorry.
Really?
Morph is guessing your age, which is one of the worst things you could ever do to a person that's just coming on camera for the first time, but go for it.
Can you see my wrinkles?
You're
not far off.
You're not far off.
You're not far off.
Add a 4 instead of the 3. And Ash is turned to stone, so essentially dead. I've not seen it. I've just seen that scene, I think.
I remember remember it being sad. I remember like crying, but I can't remember.
I don't know if it's just like childhood, reminiscing, but the Pokemon, the early Pokemon TV shows were so magical. You know, when you'd see a new Pokemon that you'd not seen before, and it's like, wow.
But when you think about it now, and you think, oh, they were basically trapping animals in small balls and making them fight each other, like
Heaven forbid. Imagine if they started giving them contraceptive tablets, and
oh yeah, I mean just the crappy ones you could get rid of.
you'd do that to what's his called?
What's the rock one? That was crap.
No, you'd do that to the one with the leak,
The leak.
the bird.
Oh, Pidgey.
No, that
No,
was a
that
different
was
one. But it still applies. I mean, that probably is a pigeon. Far-fetched.
Fetched. Illegal dog fighting? No, don't like that.
No, they're not saying do you.
I don't like fox hunting.
No, they're not saying do you like it. I think they're saying Pokemon is like that.
Yeah.
I just mansplained that to you. How did it feel?
I didn't understand, so it's okay.
There we go. As long as there's a mutual.
I was trying to think who the Pokemon was when they were. It was like in a bit of a shell at the bottom. And it had like a yellow spiky top. Who's that Pokemon?
That's
that one.
Doug Trio.
No, that's the one that looks like a penis.
Eevee.
No, that was the fox one.
Togepi.
Yeah, Togepi.
Togepi, of course.
Yeah, that was a good one. And Psyduck, that was a great one.
Psyduck was just an idiot.
Squirtle, good one.
I saw a percentage thing today that like most people picked Charmander, and I've got a theory about that. You know what?
As their starter one.
Yeah, and the theory is, of course you're going to pick Charmander because the other two's main one's just this massive weird plant thing, Venusaur, and the other one's Blastoise, which is quite impressive. But if it's between Blastoise and a massive flame-breathing dragon,
yeah,
I thought it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Oh, well, I always went Squirtle, so.
Well, there you go. Why?
What can you say?
Why though? Why?
Because he was cute.
Charmander was cute.
I suppose so. But Squirtle was cuter, and I think it's fun just to say like Squirtle.
Pete picked Bulbasaur, the worst of the Pokemon. You might as well pick bloody Psyduck.
Are we talking about Drag Race again? Yeah, there probably will be a Pokemon challenge one week.
Yeah,
Here's
probably.
a trash can with some crap in it. Make yourself into a Pokemon.
Babazar. He's this little idiot. They were plants as well. You could just set them on fire. I'd rather be a dragon.
Yeah, fire.
Plant Pokemon were rubbish.
I want to ask Pete whether he's feeling less grumpy today.
Do it.
Pete, are you feeling less grumpy today?
Bulbasaur, of all the Pokemon.
Because he's grumpy. Is he grumpy?
Who's grumpy?
Bulbasaur. Guess he sounded a bit grumpy.
Fuck you. Bulbasaur A is great against the early gym leaders and B can learn cut.
So okay.
Fair play, Pete. Fair bloody play, actually.
Yeah, that is fine.
Nice to hear it,
I was
Pete.
just checking in. I was just checking in to be a friend. It's fine.
Nice to hear it. Yeah, cut's good. Fly's good as well. Oh God.
Okay, he's done a nice answer. I'm actually feeling. I'm pleased to hear that.
That's what I just said. Good, Pete. Glad to hear it.
Sorry.
Let me
He wanted
reminisce.
to hear that from me more than you. So.
Yeah, it's jovial. It's jovial. Not to reminisce too much. I know I spend most of my streams reminiscing, but those handheld Pokemon games were something else, weren't they?
They were good. We begged for a Game Boy for ages.
Really?
Yeah, I was so excited when we got one.
I can remember being very happy when we got the attachment to it, which was like a night light.
Yeah, the little clippy thing.
So that when we used to visit, I've got cousins in Newmarket. It was quite a long drive from where we were. And yeah, if it was dark on the way back, I could play Pokemon or Robot Wars. The Game Boy Robot Wars game was tremendous.
We never had that.
Oh, Don't get me started on the PlayStation 2 Robot Wars game, because potentially the best game ever.
Okay, maybe we never had that one.
That's what I'll say. Pete says, definitely wanted to hear it more from Sezza. Thank you, Sezza. Up yours, Alex. Whatever, I'll just turn myself off, shall I? And in both ways.
You know, one of my nicest childhood memories is we went to visit my nan, and she took us shopping, and she said, you can buy whatever you like or whatever, and we were like, okay. And we got 3 Game Boy games from her that day. Heaven.
Wow. What games were they?
Oh, one of them was probably like a Super Mario one. I think we had a football one.
Oh.
I don't know what the third one was. What was that little pink dude called? Kirby?
Who?
Kirby?
What?
Is there a Kirby game?
Little
Might
pink.
have been that in those 3.
Little pink dude called Kirby.
Kirby, is that a thing? He like went up, up, and he ate things.
Pac-Man.
No, it's like a little cute little, like a pink ball with like 2 pink little feet, and you could suck things in with him.
Anyone?
Kirby? Kirby.
It was actually called Kirby. Bloody hell. I would. It'd be good to go to the YouTube screen, because I want to watch that trailer, Pete, and also I want to find out what Kirby is. But then you'd disappear.
Kirby's like in them Super Smash Bros and stuff as well. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, don't get me started on the
Just-
Super Smash Bros.
It's a good game.
Oof.
Okay.
Nintendo don't more like.
What consoles did you have then? Go through them.
Bang! It was Sega Master System, Sega Mega Drive, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, PS4.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No. Right answer, what we had. Game Boy, Mega Drive, Dreamcast, GameCube, N64,
Oof.
Xbox 360, Xbox One. Oh, Wii. We had a Wii. Wii. We're in there.
Ow. The arrow has just hit me in my heart.
PlayStation.
You never had a PlayStation or a
No.
PlayStation 2.
No, we were always Nintendo.
This explains everything. How could you not have PlayStation 1 or 2?
Never. We never did. I think we just preferred the games on like the Nintendo stuff.
You've only been exposed
Like Echo the Dolphin.
to very shit games.
Shenmue. That was a great game.
But they're all terrible.
Space Channel 5, or whatever it was called. That was brilliant.
I don't even know what that is.
Space Channel. It was like a dance game. You had to like hit the controllers like in time with the things.
Oh, yeah. Sounds very Nintendo.
Space Channel 5 had really
Basically,
good-
any game that sounds like...
Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio. So good. I'm not getting the chat going with me. I thought my games.
No,
chat
I
was getting the
thought...
chat going.
I'm enjoying that. This is the first bit I've actually enjoyed, and everyone's just gone silent. Maybe they're just enjoying it.
Yeah, it's funny.
Maybe before
She
when we...
lost me at the harpooning people and dragging.
I think when you said that Newcastle was basically like a prison, that's when people just tuned out. But hey, when have I ever worried about the audience?
Well, you obviously don't because you invited me back.
Yes, exactly. Pokemon's a boring card game. There's arseholes for you.
He's obviously never played Pokemon Snap.
Exactly.
I thought Ian's modded game key. Rogue Leader. Is that Star Wars?
Must be.
Okay. Rogue. It sounds like it could be.
Must be.
Should I bother with the newer Star Wars films? There's a question. I watched the first one, so the first new one with, is it Rey, the girl? Rey?
I appear that
Yes,
might be
I've
the
watched
act,
that
yes.
first one. I haven't watched any more. Are they any good?
Pokemon Snap is getting a new game.
Ooh, I used to love that.
Very interesting.
It's not going to be an app, is it though?
Bloody apps.
I don't have to walk around trying to find these things, do I?
I've seen all the new Star Warses, apart from the most recent one. And I can say to you, I would watch them. But You may enjoy them, you may not enjoy them.
Okay.
How's about that for a bit of...
I'll tell you this, I like X-Men films, but I don't like the Marvel films. So if they're more like the X-Men films, fine.
What?
If they're like, I was trying to think, what are they like?
Star Wars?
Yeah,
It's got like lightsabers and stuff.
but it's not like Guardians of the Galaxy, is it?
No, because it's Star Wars. What are you talking about? Pete says, but
But
also...
would I like them? What would you compare it to?
Don't go in with any expectations. I preferred Rogue One and Solo.
Oh, see, when they started doing those spin-off things, I thought, no, this is getting ridiculous now. This is just Disney trying to make money, isn't it? Like doing spin-offs.
You judged them without even watching them.
If there was a Wookiee spin-off, now I know what they look like. Or a Wookiee and an Ewok spin-off.
You want to watch Solo then, because that'll have...
Just them in the trees and stuff.
Just pay Pete enough money and he'll install a webcam and dress up as one. Awesome.
And act out all the films for me.
You could play Luke Skywalker.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Morph says I like the Ewoks. Well, there you go. There was an Ewok movie.
No.
Really? No, not officially.
It's like a cartoon series for kids about Ewoks.
You don't even know what Ewoks are, so don't start.
No,
Morph...
they're the little things.
Yeah, they are. Morph says, do you ever eat so much cheese you get a headache? It has nothing to do with the red wine.
No, I don't actually like cheese that much.
So that's a definite no from Sezza.
No.
Ewok Caravan. 2 Ewok movies?
2?
No, stop. Please stop.
Are they children's films then? Like kids stuff?
I call bullshit. I call bullshit.
2 Ewok movies?
No way could they stretch that into a full film.
I don't know. Well,
Dubious.
I've cancelled my Disney Plus anyway, so if they're on that...
That surprises me.
Get to watch it.
Caravan of Courage and the Battle for Endor.
Caravan of Courage. You making that up?
I think they're all taking the piss.
Caravan of Courage.
Why do you keep doubting Pete? I don't know, it's just automatic response these days.
Caravan? What, Ewoks in a caravan in Wales? With seagulls tapping on the roof?
I can certainly picture it.
Caravan of Courage. I mean, it sounds like a film I would actually watch. If someone says, do you want to come and see Caravan of Courage with me? I'd be like, yeah, sure.
With Ewoks?
Caravan of Courage, an Ewok Adventure, 1984. No. Oh, it's a TV spin-off film.
So it's not a proper film then?
A limited international theatrical run. Caravan. Where does the caravan come into it? Where's the synopsis?
The second one has links to The Mandalorian. I've not watched The Mandalorian.
No, I haven't either.
I want to, though.
I said Warwick Davis was in the caravan one. Interesting.
The Ewok he plays is Wicco?
Oh, it doesn't have a synopsis. I really want to know where this caravan comes into things.
Apparently it had giant spiders in it. You're not scared of spiders, are you?
I don't mind spiders. I quite like spiders.
Just pigeons and seagulls.
Yeah. Spider's not going to flap in my face, is it? Caravan of Courage.
Stick it on the film list. We're going to do a film list.
I would watch that. Caravan of Courage. I just want to know, what is the caravan literally a caravan, or is it like... Do they mean like a caravan of people? Like
Somebody answer her before she says the word caravan again, and I poke my eye out with this.
Caravan.
Caravan? Is it a caravan? Or is it caravan in Wales? It could be a caravan of people. What's the caravan part?
When was the last time you went to a caravan?
What's the caravan aspect? Someone say it in a nice, concise little message. And
Not on Disney Plus. Oh.
Damn you. No idea, I've never watched it. But you said it was amazing. Or was that someone else? It'll be on YouTube, I guess.
Do you think? I don't think it is. 30 years.
Why are you saying 30 years?
I don't know. I've just read it. I was just reading.
I don't even know what the word caravan means anymore, Dan.
So I was thinking, is it like is it like you can get maybe like a caravan of people?
I think
Like,
it's
loads of them.
no, I don't think it's some Ewoks in a caravan. I think it's just
Oh,
like a group of them
holiday in Wales.
travelling somewhere as a group. I imagine.
Yeah, like a caravan of people.
Well, you should know. You're on the synopsis, aren't you?
I am. It says when a family spacecraft crashes on the forest moon of planet Endor, a teenage son and his little sister find themselves separated from their parents. Jeopardy! Soon these lost children encounter the Ewoks, the small and furry warriors who call the moon home. With the help of these adorable, yet fearless natives, brother and sister set out on a quest to rescue their parents from the grip of a vicious monster known as Pete. Oh, the Gorax. So there you go. Sounds great. Would watch.
Is it like the caravan of love that the House Martins sang about? House Martins are birds.
Yeah, I like House Martins.
We've gone full circle.
They have to find a gas stove and everyone have to find a galaxy.
Have to empty a chemical toilet. I'm so sorry for yawning, but it's been a bit of a day here at the Towers, and I'm not finding you boring, Sezza. I think this new show has been a success.
Define success.
It's been a success in finding out which exact specific long-held terrifying views you have on the world.
Okay.
Dan's just arrived. Hello, Anatomical Dan. You're welcome to the new show that's taken Twitch by the throat and ramming a harpoon in its thigh. It's the Alex and Sezza show. Brackets, we apologise. Sezza is huge. I mean, I've leant back from the camera. She's just leaning forwards.
Bang! Yeah, you huge on Twitch.
Yeah, like that. She's the best mod. I don't know.
Good shoulders, me.
Yeah, it's a lovely blazer you've got there.
It's disgusting.
Well, you picked it. I didn't pick your outfit.
I did not pick it.
The show that is officially...
If this was The Sims, I would not be choosing that outfit.
Hey, Sezza, what did you think to Dad Club?
I enjoyed it.
There was an ellipsis after that.
I could sense some nerves a little bit in some people, so I think it'll probably get better as you go along, like as you relax into it more. But yeah, it was good. It was entertaining. I liked the bit where you rated the Spice Girls. I liked the bit where you said like you would be really protective of girls, but yeah, boys, sex.
That's the review I wanted. That was my favourite bit.
I did think there needed to perhaps be a mum in there at some point.
Yeah, but then it'd just be
like then it wouldn't be Dad Club, would it?
It'd just be Mum and Dad Club, and that just sounds awful.
No.
Who wants to hear bloody mums? Am I right, Dad Club fans? Anatomical Bomb says I won't be drunk next time. Thank the Lord.
I didn't think you appeared drunk.
I wasn't drunk. I can handle my liquor, not like them bunch of big girls' blouses. Am I right, lads? Lads and dads. There was one point, I remembered it today. Not only did we talk about how good we would be at fighting towards the end of it, at one
that
point...
bit was a bit awkward, I thought, the fighting bit.
Yeah, and at one point, look at me trolling my own show. At one point, the guys compared the strength of their own semen and had a semen off. How quickly did you get your bird pregnant?
Oh yeah.
I
was confused at the bit where I think Monkey Boy said like they decided they were going to have a baby and then his partner went down to the chemist and that was it. I was like, what happened at the chemist?
We had to have a
You
chat.
need to go to the chemist. Where does this come into
His understanding of science wasn't up there. But no, that's Dad Club. Catch us on Twitch every other Sunday if you want to be in the company of 4 blokes.
So it's not tomorrow then. It'll be.
It's next. Yeah, it's not tomorrow. It's just think Clarkson, May, Hammond, and another man.
Who would you be? I'd say you'd be Hammond.
I'd be Hammond.
Yeah.
The hamster.
Bite My Thumb would be Clarkson.
Wow.
Dan would be the other one. And who's the one I've missed?
Dan would be James May.
Monkey Boy would be
Paddy McGuinness. Morph says, if you had to rate yourself out of 10 for being a lover, fighter and swimmer, how would you rate yourself? I mean, that was basically the first show, yeah. It wasn't
how
long.
Beaten up.
Jamie's the Stig.
Yeah.
Dan would be May and the rest would all be Hammond. What, there's no Clarkson? There's no Clarkson. I thought I'd be Clarkson because I'm miserable. And the best.
Yeah, but you wouldn't throw a knife at somebody if they didn't bring you a steak.
Well, I would.
Not that any of the dads would do
And I
that.
have. I used to sleep with a knife. Not that I ever go on about it, but the time when I used to work for that band, I used to sleep with a penknife. Not a penknife, Swiss Army knife. And I used to say, if I wake up and stab you, don't wake me up.
For real?
Yeah. I don't like being woken up. I don't like pranks. So I used to sleep with my knife out. And if anyone would wake me up and try and play a prank, I would stab them.
Pigeons is bad, but threatening to stab people and actually having a knife.
And actually stabbing people. I did it once. Well, I didn't stab him. I didn't like kill him. But someone thought it'd be funny to on the tour bus. They thought they'd play a prank on old Al, who was sleeping, and I woke up and thrust the knife at him and got him in the leg. It wasn't a big. It was like only like it's just little. It's like a what do you call it? Swiss Army knife.
Did he press charges?
No, he was. Well, he shouldn't have woke me up.
But what? Why won't? What? Why don't you like? Why didn't you like the jokes and the?
Because I don't like waking up.
So,
If you're on an enclosed.
what are they doing? Were they putting like people's hands in cold water and stuff?
He bled out. Yeah, he's dead now. No, they. This is just a show with lunatics. People are just going to be. It's like Victorian days when they used to go to the asylum.
He bled out.
Sleep your way through the prison. I thought I've over dramatised it. I just at one point I was scared of people. What's Pete saying? What the fuck at now? What have I said? I didn't stab him. I just at one point I was sick of the shenanigans, and so I made it very evident that I was sleeping. Because I had a little multi-tool thing for my job. And on it, I might even have it here. Where is it? I could get you the exact one that went into his leg. And I was on a bunk. You've muted yourself.
Someone came in. Brought me a hot water.
Ooh, how nice.
Baby.
I don't get a hot water bowl. Knife skills 9. Sense of humour on waking -4. I know, let's someone order me a pizza. I had pizza tonight, but it was out of the freezer. It's not as good, is it? When I saw Dan's big pizza, 16-inch American pizza last night, it made me feel a bit sick, but like in a good way.
They get tacos. We don't get that over here, do we?
Well, I had to get a VPN to get over on the American Domino's. They're living it up over there. We've got a reduced menu at the moment. You can only get the base. They've got all the different types. They've got different bases, different everything. 16-inch. If I tell you what, if Domino's in England did 16-inch pizzas, I would be dead. 16-inch.
I can't remember the last time I had a Domino's.
Sezza, come on.
No, honestly, we don't really get takeaways that much.
Well, you should. You should.
No.
Oh, now we're ordering pizza after I've eaten.
Yes, It is ridiculously expensive for what it is.
Domino's is, however, they do always, pretty much always have the old 40% off £40, which basically is getting a buy one get one free.
Yeah.
Basically, it's not, but it's kind of it's good. Like, to get 2 large pizzas for like 20 odd quid, it's not that bad.
It is though, when you think about it.
I mean, yeah,
It's just a bit of bread and some cheese.
Pizza Hut's usually 2 for 1. Yes,
On Tesco's, Ristorante ones are normally like 150 when they're on offer. And
I
that's a nice pizza.
I used to. I've not been in a for various reasons. I've not been in a supermarket for a while. I used to love the fucking reduced little sections. They
The
were
yellow
brilliant.
sticks.
Yeah, the yellow sticker brigade. Just the
Well, they,
shit that you get in
like,
there.
they used to have like a specific section in our Waitrose
Ugh,
of like the yellow sticker bit, and they got rid of it because people were like
queuing up.
waiting for the day to come, and then like just all like hoarding in on this yellow sticker bit.
Yeah,
So now they spread them out everywhere, all over the store.
it's not fair, is it? I did see that, Dan.
Make
Makes
it
me sick.
work.
The
But no,
Ristorante ones. I think I might have had the Ristorante ones.
they're nice. They're quite thin.
I tell you what, Tesco do. At least they do round here. They do for a tenner. You can get 2 massive pizzas, 2 sides, all for a tenner, and that's ridiculous value.
It's not bad.
I used to love that. We should get that. I just had pizza tonight. Went had takeaway this week.
So when was the last time you went into a supermarket then?
Ooh, a big one. You're talking pre-Christmas.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
think
about.
I would beat you because all of our deliveries are like to the door. So, oh, actually, no, I think I went to a Sainsbury's after Christmas. Yeah, January. Sorry, I tell a lie.
Hey,
To buy some wrapping paper for next year.
Morph. I don't go to Waitrose. This is Sezza, and Sezza's not actually a streamer. So Sezza hasn't got the money from Bezos. She's just rich naturally.
She just works. She works hard for the
Nah,
money.
nah. Inheritances.
No, never got a penny.
No, got a penny.
Never got a penny. Actually, no, I tell a lie. My grandma gave me £500.
And what did you spend it on?
Me and my brother bought a piano
Of course you would.
from it.
Does the piano still exist?
Does the what?
Does the piano still exist?
No, a sad story actually. So we
Did you
put
push
it
it?
up.
Were you pushing it up a flight of stairs?
Yeah, and my brother's dead. No, so we bought this piano with this money that our grandma had given us after she died, and it was like it was a named piano. I don't know, I can't remember what it was. Began with a C or something. And when we went to sell it, when we no longer lived together and everything, um, we put it on eBay, like someone could collect it, and like about 5 people wrote to me and were like, "Did you know that's not a so and so piano?" And I was like, "Oh, come on!" But the more people said it, and then I was like, "Why isn't it?" And he said, "Oh, just Google it or something. If it's this brand, it doesn't have this or something." Turns out it was a fake. We'd been sold a fake from my dead nan's money, and it was worth like nothing, like 100 quid. That's a sad story.
What a great story. More stories like that next week.
Sorry. That's the best I've got.
I'm gonna make me bigger. Dan's moaning because I've naffed everything up.
I'm off kilter. That might just be
No, it's me.
That's just me. I've just got a wonky head.
Happy now, Dan. Well, I've actually made it look like you're actually on the body. That's ridiculous. Look at that, everyone. Aren't I good? Just stay there.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay. I'm just gonna be in my head.
United says, was on the phone. Have I missed any more controversial outbursts? I mean, ever since... No, we've not really done many controversial outbursts since the harpooning people, 30 people.
Alex is steering me away from those topics.
And I know I want to stay. That's where the entertainment is. I'm trying to think what I could pin you on.
Posh people so bad they had to take away the reduced stuff because it was getting nasty. Yeah.
What could I get you? What could I get you on?
Knife thing. Sorry, I got distracted then. Like, why why were you so intent on not joining in with the fun of being on tour and being with a band and like
I don't react well
hygiene?
to pranks. I don't like being made jump, and when I'm vulnerable, i.e. asleep, I don't like people taking advantage. I just don't like. I'm just a very grum. I mean, look. You can see me awake. Imagine me when I've just woken up.
Okay.
It wasn't. It was more like a. I
You
wouldn't
just don't
stab.
react very well when you've just woken up.
Yeah, and I knew that it's a band. They all like. Everyone's drunk all the time. They all like to have fun, and so I just made it very clear.
That you weren't a fun person. No fun.
Yeah, so, if you wake me up or you try anything funny, I will roll round and start jabbing with this little penknife. And one person didn't take the advice, and he got stabbed in the leg. So what about poor people then, Sezza? Come on.
No.
What was the little thing earlier about poor people?
No. I was just gonna no.
Come on, it's Sezza's controversy corner.
I'd say I'd say my dad was poor, like Glasgow tenement type thing. My mum is like one of seven. They were poor. Like just I'm not posh.
So, do you think people should be inspired out of poverty?
No. How would you inspire someone out of poverty?
Answer United by Fate's question there, please.
Would you go out of your way to drive through a massive puddle if it meant no? Well, no, only if they were taking photos of dead whales.
That's if you just joined us, that's a reference to an earlier comment.
Sorry.
In which Cezza said she would happily harpoon 30 people because they were taking selfies with a dead whale. We then later moved that along, and as a further punishment, she would attach that harpoon. Well, she'd stab the people through the legs so they didn't die straight away. She would then attach that harpoon to a car, a Hyundai I think it was, drive all the way from Norfolk to Newcastle.
I-20.
An I-20.
Not posh.
She would drive them trailing behind her on a scenic route along the coast to Newcastle, where she would dump them in Newcastle because Newcastle is a nasty place.
Very dark.
Super Cezza also thinks that the moon landings were faked.
Could be.
Could be, and that the vaccine has a little tiny robot in it that tracks your whereabouts at all times.
Never said that.
Anatomical Dan, which point of those did you agree with? Because that says a lot about you.
All of the above.
Would you attach them from the mouth to the anus via the...
I've never seen those films.
But you didn't answer the question.
I was thinking about the films. Would I what? Sorry? No.
Would you use a big harpoon and go up someone's bum and out their mouth like a suckling pig if they were taking selfies with a dead whale?
I mean, I still think the thigh would be safer, less chance of hitting an internal organ. So I'll stick with my thighs.
Very interesting one more. What about a selfie with the killer whales at the zoo where they are dead on the inside?
I don't know. Boo, down SeaWorld.
No, but if you saw 30 people taking selfies with that whale, would you harpoon them?
I wouldn't, because that would involve spending some money to see a whale in captivity. So
what if you had evidence that what if you went on the Instagram and did the tag SeaWorld and you could find where these people lived? Would you go and assassinate them one by one?
No.
Why?
Oh, it's already happened, hasn't it? And I'm not witnessing it in the moment. I'm not burning with anger. I'm not trying to protect the whale in the moment.
Stop the train. Anatomical Dan has said killer whales are pricks. I can give you his address.
Why?
So you can harpoon him.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean he can't spell, so already
Oh, he's having a go at the
whale is more intelligent.
Oh dear. Dan, if you see someone, the glint of a harpoon in your rearview
What's a
mirror.
documentary? No, you watch a documentary. You watch Blackfish.
Yeah, watch a documentary, Sezza. Jesus. It's like Dad Club again. We're ganging up. Love it. I hope a pigeon pecks out the eyes of a whale just for some balance. Blimey. Yeah, Cesar also thought the moon landings were faked by Alfred Hitchcock, which was a personal highlight of mine. Anatomical Dan says, I watch Attenborough. They are all bullies. This is question time. A response, please. Super Cesar, a response, please.
To other animals, like that's fine. They're very clever. Like if there's like penguins or something on a like block of ice, they'll like push the block of ice so they flick the penguins off of it and then they eat them.
Anatomical Dan, your reply, please. Just wait
It's
for
the circle of life.
Just wait for the reply. Okay, to be bullies to other animals, I can't. Oh, sorry. Okay, to be bullies to other animals, I can't believe this.
They have to eat, don't they? I wouldn't really call it bullying. You're not bullying someone if you want to eat them. I'm bullying someone if I say, haha, you're a penguin. You're stupid.
What about the people that want to eat whales? What's wrong with that?
There's a lot wrong with people that want to eat whales.
Oh, but the whale can eat the seal?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's nature. That's natural.
Maybe it's natural that humans eat whales.
No.
Pourquoi? Why?
You don't need to, do you? They're an endangered species. We don't need to be eating them.
You're not bullying someone if you want to eat them. Yeah, what if I want to bully that lad in year 7 that I bullied? What? What if I want to eat him? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. They don't have to torture the penguins, Dan says. They toy with their prey killer whales.
Yeah, they do. But
So, dickheads.
Quite clever, aren't they?
So, dickheads.
But they will eat them eventually. Like you could say the same about cats, like playing with mice.
So, cats are dickheads then?
So, and none of us are. Oh, do we all have to become vegetarians now? Is this what we're saying? None of us can ever eat any meat again.
No, but we're saying that killer whales are dickheads.
No.
Thank you very much.
End.
Anatomical Dan says clever equals evil. I agree.
Maybe. Yeah.
Morph.
Very clever.
Morph says if you could commit a terrorist act at SeaWorld using only 4 machine guns, 2 blocks of dynamite and some chewing gum, what would you do?
I would. Wow, could I do that? Maybe I would. Can I use a massive balloon as well? I'd like to put that in. So I put the massive balloon underneath the tank of the whales, and then I would put the dynamite underneath the balloon and attach it to the balloon with the chewing gum. And then I'd only need 1 machine gun. I would shoot the dynamite, it would explode, and the balloons would ping the killer whales over the car park at SeaWorld in Miami into the sea. That's what I'd do.
You caught me off guard. I think that's the most I've ever laughed on the stream. Why are they getting pinged over the car park? They're going to die.
Because in SeaWorld Miami, the car park is bigger than their enclosure.
What if they fall short and you just end up having some massive whale bombs hitting the car park?
Well, I better not say I'll kill any more people because that might not go down very well.
Go on, go along the killing. So you're going to kill some people.
Okay,
you're going to take them with you.
If I was going to use the violent route, I would put the blocks of dynamite underneath the CEO's desk. I'd put it with the chewing gum so you couldn't see it again. And then I would go in with the 3 machine guns over my back and 1 in my hand. And I'd be like, you punk, Mr. CEO, there's some dynamite under your desk. And then he'd look and be like, oh no. And he might weigh himself a bit. And then I'd be like, if you don't free those whales and put them in a sea pen in Iceland, I'm going to shoot that dynamite. I'm going to blow you up.
You'd blow yourself up though, wouldn't you?
No. He wouldn't be. And then I'd have like a gear on or something. Lead. I'd be dressed as a stormtrooper.
United
In
by fate, I can't do that, but I wish I could. I haven't got... Sorry, you'd be dressed as a stormtrooper?
Yeah, so like impenetrable. And then he would lift the the orcas up in a big tarpaulin, and he'd drop them in the sea pen in Iceland with the 2 other belugas that are already there.
Why have you got the other machine guns over your shoulder?
Just to look cool.
And how are they going to lift it in a tarpaulin all the way from Orlando to Iceland?
They'd have to lift it on the tarpaulin into like a truck thing, and then like squirt water over it and everything, and then they'd have to drive the truck to an airport and then get them on a plane, and I'd be like getting people to do this at gunpoint, and then we would fly them to Iceland.
Fizbin said, Morph says, I'm going to ping those whales over your fucking car park, CEO. With a big balloon.
Yes.
Surely the whales would just pop the balloon and land on the floor.
It'd be a very big balloon.
What a huge balloon!
I mean, I didn't have a balloon,
Why
did I?
why would you not just have a trampoline? Well, how are you going to get that? How are you going to get a trampoline underneath the enclosure?
I'd use 1 stick of dynamite to blow a tunnel in first, and then they're
going to realise that's the most unsubtle way of tunnelling. Oh, nighttime when there's no one around.
Yeah.
So you're going to tunnel under the enclosure, potentially risking the structure of the enclosure.
Yeah.
So
it'd be worth it.
In order to save Shamu, you're going to fire off a stick of dynamite right underneath it.
I'm really sorry to break this to you, but Shamu is actually dead.
Yeah, probably is. I bet you're trying to ping it over a fucking car park.
Dead. He died of whale depression, I think.
R.I.P. the belugas after the orcas get into their sea pen. Very good point. You're arranging another animal massacre.
No, they'd all be friends.
In your Disney World.
They'd all be friends. I can't remember what those 2 belugas are called. Did anybody else watch it? It was a John Bishop programme on ITV, and
there is, however,
rescued these belugas.
I have been very close to the plane that is used to transport beluga whales. And it's got a special decal on the side of it, or decal, whatever. And I've seen it comes into our airport quite a lot. Not with whales. There'd be no point in bringing whales to the East Midlands.
No.
Anatomical Dan says, I've dived with whale sharks.
Oh, cool. They're lovely.
Pete's got to know you really well.
I do really like animals as well. Like, yeah, just not those 2 birds.
You don't have any trouble with exploding dynamite. That's going to upset the whales.
I know, but they're already upset. They've been in SeaWorld for 20 years. They're banging their heads against the concrete already.
Just read the comment from Morph.
And she's got a Free Britney t-shirt.
Is that the way you're gonna liberate Britney? There's one then. How would you liberate Britney with just a Swiss Army knife? A Swiss Army knife and a packet of jelly.
Okay, the packet of jelly I would lace with like sedatives and everything, and then I would get into like her gated estate in wherever she lives, California, LA, and like use my penknife to get in there and stab them in the leg or something, or just the knee, and then they fall over. And then I would go in with this jelly laced with sedatives, and I'd knock on the door and be like, oh hi, I've got this jelly, and then I'd force it down like all of their handlers' throats.
Handlers?
And then they would all fall asleep, and I'd be like, Brittany, Sam, let's go. Sam's her boyfriend. And if the kids are there, I'd be like, Jaden, Sean, let's go. And then I'd put them in the boot of my Hyundai i20, and I would drive her to Hawaii, to this like hut, and then I'd be like, free Brittany, free, and she'd run off.
A lot of casualties. Why are you stabbing the security guards in the leg?
In the knee.
Why?
They can't chase after me.
Right.
Isn't that like, can you kneecap people?
And do you not think they're going to be suspicious when you turn up and go, hey everybody, I've got some jelly?
Yeah, because I'll be like all sweetness and light stuff.
They won't recognise you.
and then I'll just grab them and like down their throat.
I mean, you might as well just stab them in the knee.
Well, if I have to do that as well,
How are you going to drive?
then the jelly
How are you going to drive? How are you going to drive to Hawaii?
in my Hyundai.
Yeah, but it's over the ocean.
Get on a ferry in my Hyundai.
The ferry to Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm sure it exists.
Pete says, would Britney Spears be better off in SeaWorld than with her dad?
Oh, that's a really good question. I would say actually, like, she is kind of in a sea world, isn't she? Though, like, she's trapped. She's fed antidepressants and hormones and everything, like the whales are. She's forced to put on a show sometimes, 2 times a day, and then they just push her back out in the little pen. She's ignored all day. So actually, both living very miserable lives. I would rescue both with dynamite and jelly.
Would you not just ping Britney in the sea? Asks Morph.
If I knew she could swim to safety somewhere.
So you worry about her safety, but you quite happily just leave her stranded in the middle of an ocean.
No, when did I say that? I never said I'd leave her stranded.
Well, you want her to swim to safety. You know how big oceans are.
Well, if I ping her near a shore, she'd be fine.
What are you pinging her with this fucking balloon that's made out of the most bouncy fab material known to man? And how have you...
I think she would actually be better off. If I was looking after her in SeaWorld, not that I would ever work at SeaWorld, but yeah, she would be better off with me.
And you could do shows where you get her to eat fish and jump through hoops.
Exactly. Like, basically starve her until she sang Hit Me Baby One More Time, and then I'd give her a fish. That's basically what they're doing. Sad times.
Would you kill Britney for her oil, or would you milk her?
Neither. I love and respect her. I would not want anything from her at all.
She'd prefer a cigarette. You're quite right.
Yeah, she's just like...
What if a bunch of carrier pigeons offered to swoop down and rescue her? Would you forgive them?
Yeah, I think I would have to, wouldn't I? I mean, it's more the town pigeons, you know, like the ones where you see they've got like a leg missing and stuff, and they're like, and they look all horrible and mangy. It's more those pigeons that I really don't like.
Okay. What if Britney was a Geordie with a pigeon tattoo?
She's not.
Okay. Can we print T-shirts? Ping Britney near the shore.
Yeah.
How?
I'll get one.
Would dynamite be used in this freedom mission?
Again, only if it didn't result in loss of life.
I mean, it's pretty explosive.
Is it? What if I shouted clear, like, and then put it against a wall, and then everybody ran away from the wall, and then it exploded? That would be all right, wouldn't it?
Is this before or after the jelly?
Well, I might not need. I don't think I'd need the dynamite for the Britney Spears rescue. The dynamite is only needed to force the whales up into the air.
Sorry, you're forcing the whales up into the air with dynamite now?
Yeah, I said that, didn't I?
Put
it under the big balloon, and then shoot the dynamite from the distance, and then the force would push the balloon up, and the whales would get bounced over the car park into the Pacific.
I'm pretty sure the force of the dynamite would burst the balloon and burst the orcas.
It'd be worth it, I think. We'd have to give it a go.
It'd be worth killing all of the inhabitants of SeaWorld.
It would be worth it for a chance of freedom.
Right, it's better than them just swimming around in the little pools.
I think it is, yeah. I think they would say they would like the option.
Sacrificial orcas, yeah.
They'd say, if there's a 10% chance I'm going to get out of this hellhole, let's go for it.
Would you kill one orca to save 12 moles?
No.
If you had to, could you fight a chimpanzee? If you had to?
No, they're really scary, chimpanzees.
No, but if you had to, how do you think it'd end up?
I think you'd have to fight it, wouldn't you? What are you saying? Like, you're going to...
No, if you had to fight a chimpanzee, what would be your tactic?
I'd go, look over there, and then it would look over there, and then I'd run away.
No, but you're in a cage.
Oh,
You
well,
have to
yeah,
fight
look
a chimpanzee.
over
No,
there,
you have to fight a
there.
chimpanzee to the death. You have to.
I'd probably go for kicking it in the head.
Oh dear.
You did say if I had to. I'd perhaps lie on my back and then like do like bicycle movements and hope that it kept running into my feet and eventually it got brain damaged and died.
Oh dear. Eat my own dick.
You?
What?
What would you do?
I wouldn't
What would
answer
you
the
do?
question because I don't have to kill a chimpanzee. If killing Britney
Had to.
would save all the orcas, would you do it?
Say that again.
Well, you can see it.
If killing Britney would save. Oh, Jesus. Oh. 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 My gut is saying yes, I would sacrifice her.
You'd kill her.
I think one human life to get all the orcas out of captivity. Oh, I don't know.
But it is Britney.
It is Britney. But there's always YouTube, isn't there? I could always watch her.
Well, you don't care about her being alive.
I do. I'm going to just start not answering these questions. If we're not allowed, like, I didn't realise we could say no. I'm just going to start saying no.
Thoughts on suicide orca with an exploding vest taking out spectators to prove a point, hero or villain?
Yes, I love it. No, actually, I shouldn't say that.
No, don't say that.
No, I shouldn't say it.
Can we maim Britney and save a few?
No.
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 There's always Christina, says Dan. What if she'd just been freed the day before you go to take her out? Would you still save the orcas?
I'm going to skip these questions.
No, you got to answer them.
So, Britney's just been freed. And I'm thinking of sacrificing her to free all the orcas. But she's free.
Yeah, she just gets out the gate and you're there in your little Hyundai i20.
Maybe I'd give her like 20 years and then...
No.
Afraid of-
You've had the order.
Oh,
If you don't do it,
I couldn't do it. If she'd just been freed, I'd be like, go and make a baby. That's what you want to do.
if you don't do it, all of the orcas are going to have their fins cut off with a hacksaw.
But Britney Spears is going to die.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't like thinking of them having their fins, their droopy fins.
The clock's ticking.
No, save Britney.
Save
Sorry.
Britney, fuck the orcas.
Because, right.
So not only are they going to be held in captivity for the rest of their sorry existences, they're going to have their fins chopped off with a hacksaw.
Well,
Just for Britney.
this is my thinking, right? So they're stopping like breeding the whales in captivity and stuff and everything. So if you chopped off their fins, then I imagine they would die pretty quickly. Which I know is not great either. But then
Disgusting.
there'd be no more whales in captivity. They're not breeding them anymore, so there's no like babies or anything. So in like 10 years' time, there'd be no more whales in captivity, but Britney would also be free.
Wow. That's all I'm saying.
Like that. Thank you, United. I hope no one is clipping this.
I mean, this is being broadcast.
I know.
I should have told you that at the start.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't tell any of my friends.
Well, you nearly retweeted it to all your Britney fans. Imagine.
It's true. I'd be out, wouldn't I? Yeah, well. I mean, this is a little hypothetical. If this actually was happening in real life, I'd just have a nervous breakdown and be admitted somewhere and be rocking back and forth in a room. Like, you can't make me decide.
All the orcas have gone. I'm trying to think of more scenarios to ask you about, but I'm only thinking of being in a cage with people. Come on, there's someone clever there's someone funnier in the chat that can think of a scenario for Sezza.
That's not too dark.
Oh no, we like dark. Dark's good.
Free orca game. Can I show them my certificate? My 2 whales are called Springer and Spirit.
Yeah. And now they've had their fins chopped off with a hacksaw.
No, they haven't. They're in the ocean. I've sponsored them, so they're free.
Sorry, this wasn't just the captive orcas. This was the entire population.
Oh, okay, then sacrifice Britney.
Well, there you go. Sorry, Britney.
I mean, sorry, but you're just one person in a massive species of people that are too clever and are killing the planet anyway. I think I'd keep the orcas over us.
Pete says, okay, but if you have a nervous breakdown to try and get out of it, then Britney and the orcas die. So you're in a catch-23. Not dark like the north, you're right, Dan.
Dan's not from the north anyway.
Well, he's from kind of... He's an honorary northman.
See?
Yeah. Well, he's got an accent, hasn't he? And he's not
Bristol,
southern.
though.
Not southern. Fin soup dribbling down Britney's face.
No, she wouldn't go in for that.
How would you have assassinated Hitler?
When he was a baby.
No, in World War II. The you know, he's in Berlin. Let's just say he's in Berlin. Right? I want the full mission plan of your assassination attempt on Hitler. And I'll tell you if it would have been successful, because I'm actually knowledgeable on this.
See, now, I hate the Nazis, and like, sorry.
But Hitler's kind of cute. What are you going to
say? So, at school, we were really forced to study the Nazis, like loads and loads and loads. So I feel like I've just blanked all of that from my head. Like, I can't tell you much about what they did or anything. So if we're talking an assassination plan for Hitler, I don't have a clue where he was or what he was doing or anything. So I don't feel like I'm the right person to answer this question.
Pause that thought. Pete says, "Oh shit, yes. What if
shoot him?
What if freeing Britney Spears lets her do what she really wants to do? Go out on the open seas and slay orcas. It's not all the orcas, but she would definitely kill some orcas. Do you free Britney Spears?"
She wouldn't do it, Pete. She's too nice.
She is an agent, Dan. This is an actual interrogation. She's not only an agent, but she's an assassin agent.
Definitely hate Nazis more than pigeons.
Good, and that's an official. You can bank that.
You can.
How would you assassinate Hitler in the 1940s?
Yeah. When I went to sleep, I'd get a penknife by me and I'd say, "Oi, Hitler, don't wake me up during the night." And then when he came in and was like, "Oh, I'd like to draw a painting of you," I'd be like, "Stab him."
Right. That aside, you've just landed behind enemy lines. You've gone in on a glider so that they can't hear you, and you've parachuted out of the glider.
I'd just say, "Yeah, you're shit at art," and then he'd kill himself.
Dan wants the Hitler accent again.
Did I do? Oh,
I think he said, "I want to draw you as a painting" or something.
Oh, I don't even know where. I don't know.
You've been dropped behind enemy lines in Berlin. Take us through it. You have a basic survival equipment.
I feel like I'd be... Why don't you answer this question? I feel like I don't know enough about war and stuff.
No, but you know how you'd assassinate someone, wouldn't you? But it's someone who's quite heavily protected. But you've got basic kit, so you've not got like a massive gun. You've not got loads of explosives, which I know is your weapon of choice. There's no big balloons.
Where's my grenade launcher?
You've not got a grenade launcher. You've just got a very basic kit because you've had to parachute in.
Okay.
Take me through it.
Okay, I'd start chopping down trees.
You're going to become a lumberjack.
With my penknife.
Right, so that'll take quite a while.
That would take a while, but then I'd like construct um like this trebuchet. Is that what you call it? A trebuchet from all these bits of wood, right?
You're going to construct. So sorry, you just said, "Oh no, I'm not very good at this. I don't think I can do it." And all of a sudden, you're constructing a trebuchet with a penknife.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm doing that. I'm in the German forest. I found a cow.
Schwarzwälder.
I'm milking the cow, and I'm keeping myself alive with this cow milk. And then I'm making this trebuchet from this wood. And then
Does the cow have any choice in this?
no. And then I find an orca, and I put it in the trebuchet, and I ping it back, fling it. Hitler's dead.
How? Where are you getting the orca?
I've just got it in my rucksack.
No, 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 no. You can't carry a grenade launcher. You definitely can't have an orca in your rucksack.
All right, I put me in the trebuchet, and then I fling myself over, and I'd squash Hitler.
You'd squash Hitler. He's in a building. He's in a castle.
Yeah. I'd wait for him to come outside. I'd
No,
see him
he's not
walking.
coming outside. He's in his bunker.
He's walking along the crenellations. I can see him. I can see his tash. I'll flatten him.
Think about this more. Right, you cannot build a trebuchet with a penknife, so cancel that. Be more realistic.
I find an abandoned farm building, and it has an axe in it and a cow. I take the axe. I cut down the wood. I find some string.
Where would you find? So you'd bind it with string. I think you'd need something a bit stronger than string.
Twine. No. That's how it works. I've seen them in Age of Empires. That is how it works. String.
Right, and you've pinged yourself into the complex, right? Getting rid of the flattening him thing, that's just not going to happen. You use the cow intestines to bind the trebuchet, Fizbin's just said.
Oh, yeah. Oh, then I'd have to kill it, though, wouldn't I?
Well, yeah.
Although, I'd be leaving it behind, would I? So what use would it be? So, yeah, I could kill it at that point. And then eat everything to make myself heavy. See, then come back to the flattening thing. Just squash
No,
it.
but you can't flatten him because he's well in the castle, right, in the Schwarzwälder.
Okay.
So you flung yourself in using your trebuchet. You're inside now. How are you going to find out where he is?
I go,
I'm the guard. I'm the guard.
hello, I'm a lost little German.
Why are you speaking English?
I can't remember how to speak in the Deutsch. I've been
Seems
knocked on the head.
fair. How did you get in here?
Why are you speaking English back to me?
So that you can understand me, pig dog.
Why don't you speak German to me? It might remind me.
Sprechen Schwiersvater.
Ich habe somewhere. Ich habe ein Pony. Ich habe zwei Pudel.
Why are you here? I will shoot you in a minute.
Oh, I've brought these lovely exotic melons with me.
Whoa, I am a fan of melons, actually.
It is Hitler's favorite fruit.
You are not going to see Hitler. He is in the lock and key.
Oh, well, tell him about my melons. He may want to see them. Wink.
He is with his wife. He does not want to see boobies.
He doesn't have a wife.
He does.
Are you lying to me?
Helga. He did have a wife. He died. He killed it. They took the pill together. He had a wife.
His girlfriend on it.
Well, I don't know. He's not hit guard with orca. No, forget the orca.
I don't know. Well, the melons should be enough.
You are not going in there, and if you do not give me a good enough reason, I am going to kill you in 5 seconds.
Oh, hang on a minute. I've got an itchy foot. Bend over to itch my foot.
Yeah.
Got the penknife in my sock. Reach up, stab him in the eye.
Right, so he's dead. So you've got past that guard. You walk along the... What was that word you used earlier?
Crenellations.
The crenellations.
The
crenellations. Carry on Third Reich. Lure old Adolf to the farm with some Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte. Yeah, you could do. Smash guard head with melons. Kick him in the head.
I've still got my melons intact at this point, you see.
Well, I should hope so. Oh. We've established that Britney's dad is as bad as Hitler. Would you go back in time and kill him as a baby?
No, then we wouldn't have her, would we?
Okay, you've come to the main baddie, the main boss guard man, okay? And you're not going to get past him. He's an expert in Krav Maga. Right. So you're not going to get past him with any kind of physical conflict. And, okay, you haven't got a weapon either. You've only got your penknife, right? Hello.
Oh, hi there.
Who are you?
I am a melon salesperson. I've
Hmm.
come away from Melontopia in Hawaii. I've bought you these melons to try.
From Hawaii? You are American? I will kill you here and then.
I am American German.
Okay.
I have these melons for Hitler.
You are not trusted. I will not be serving him food from a stranger.
Right, and then if it's a boss, what I normally do with bosses is, like, you hit him a bit, and then you run round, don't you? You dodge them, and then you hit him again, and then you run round again, and then you hit him again, until they're dead.
Okay. That's now both of you cancelled. No, it's not. Okay, you've got... I can't argue with that yet. With the bosses, you do tend to just jump up and hit them and then run away for a bit.
Keep doing little, and it might take a while, but you do like little nicks.
Yeah. You're now in Hitler's basement, but he's pointing a Mauser, a broom handle Mauser, loaded at you. Okay, so I'm Hitler. Ah, a dirty American spy has come to kill me. Ah.
Sorry,
It's not a cat, it's a gun.
this has gone terribly wrong.
Your move.
Oh, oh, Hitler, is that your art on the wall?
Why, yes, I'm quite the painter.
Wow, this is the best artwork I've ever seen.
Oh,
Can I look a bit closer?
But of course, fellow art critic.
Oh, thank you. What medium is this constructed in?
This is oils, and
Oh.
I'm a very fond of doing oil paintings.
It's a lovely technique you
Oh,
have.
thank you, Fräulein.
I have bought these melons. Perhaps you
Oh,
could draw them for me.
no, nine, but they are my favorite fruit. How did you know?
What are the chances? I swam all the way to Hawaii from Germany and then back again to bring them to you.
Wow, could I taste some of your tasty melon?
Of course. Happy Christmas.
Nom 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 nom. Oh, yeah, delicious.
And then when he's eating them, stab him in the back of the head.
There we go. That's how we should have done it.
Push his face down in the melon, suffocate him in the melon.
Yeah. Wow.
That was the worst thing I've ever been involved with.
Well, no, it wasn't the worst thing. I mean, if you can say that, but what, killing Hitler was the worst thing you've ever been involved? Oh dear, what message does that send? We've been on a journey. I'm glad that people witnessed this and that it didn't just happen in my head. Otherwise, I would be questioning my sanity.
I'd just like to apologise.
Join us next Saturday, potentially. No. What? No, Sezza's not doing it. Join me next Saturday for fun and laughter. Are you going to say bye, Sezza?
I just looked on my phone. It says 0 viewers.
That's probably about right. Sezza's going off to sleep now. The medicine's here now.
Got my hot water bottle.
Got your hot water bottle.
I'll take my tablets now.
Yeah, take your tablets. Night-night. Everybody say night-night to Sezza.
Bye, guys.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Off she goes. Right, well, we'll never be doing that again. Jesus Christ. If someone can clip that entire show and send it to the authorities. Because we quite obviously have a dangerous individual on our hands who needs serious, serious help. Cheers, everyone. We're going to go on a raid. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it very much. Good night, everyone. We'll raid Cactus. Ta-ta all. I'll not be on tomorrow, but I might be on Monday. See you later. Bye for now. Ta-ta.